I don't have a...
Oh, right.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh man, look at the size of the smile on my face, because this guy's just come back from heaven. It feels like you've been away on the coast having major fun, but now he's back with us. You're back with us. It's going to be a great day. Good morning, young man. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
You're good. Very
I'm
good.
good to be back in the Expresso sphere. That's what I
Yes.
call this space, man. It's a space that we get to turn into absolute magic every single morning, and we get to do it with you. And speaking of this morning, it's going to be a goodie, G.
Oh man, it's going to be delicious. And I feel like I planted this, or I've been planting the seed in Jay's head every single day, in fact, for the last 2 weeks. We want to get a little creative in this space. Why? Because Easter is just around the corner and it all goes down in the kitchen for us. And well, it can be on the couch and everywhere else in the space, but we've got Chef Jay stepping in with the most, okay? We are going to take the humble hot cross bun and we're going to turn it into a truly indulgent, show-stopping treat. I'm even stuttering as I say these words.
Man, look at what's on the list here,
Okay.
guys. So let's talk about it. Firstly, we've got white chocolate and cardamom hot cross bun pudding.
And I'm
real.
going to steal this. Every time I
Yeah.
walk past Jay, I'll be like, imagine white chocolate goes nicely with hot cross buns. What else can we make into a bread and
Keep
button
that
pudding?
coming this morning,
We're gonna
bro.
do it.
And then we've also got a hot cross bun baked Alaska. These are minis. These are absolutely delicious. And you, Mzansi, want to get your front row seats to seeing how we put all this deliciousness together.
We're gonna bake ice cream. Okay, I don't know
It's
how you
real.
do it.
Look at that, bro.
People deep fry ice cream. People bake ice cream. We're gonna try our hand, but that is our beautiful
Get in my
bread pudding
belly.
there. It looks amazing. So I think yes, we're gonna have the lion's share of the dopamine this morning, but the ladies I think are gonna compete. A very good morning,
yeah.
taking care of duties up in Jersey. Good morning, ladies. How are you this morning?
Morning.
Good morning, handsome ones. The two guys are in Cape Town. The two girlies are here in Joburg.
Oh, and there's just so much handsomeness that's just falling all over Cape Town. We love it. And Mzansi, we love the fact that you're in the building, because we always tell you no matter where you are, you got to make sure that you're here to get your dose of feeling good. You know what I mean? So Siti Molweni, Khuyamora, Avsheni, and we hope that you are ready for a beautiful action-packed show, because this morning we step into the world of art and legacy with sculptor and king Oscar Dlamini, whose powerful stone creations are literally preserving the stories of some South Africans and also some of our greatest icons.
And of course, we are bringing that star power once again. Why? Because Nadine Kai joins us as she takes on the brand new adventure of Tropica Island of Treasure. Do stay with us. It's going to be such a jam-packed show. And right now, you know, the boys are over there in Cape Town. So Raul has your first dose of news headlines.
Oh, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much, ladies. It is gone 3 minutes past the hour, so it's perfect time to start off with official headlines. Now I'm going to bring in nationals first, and the National Prosecuting Authority has confirmed that National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola will appear in Pretoria's Magistrates Court on April the 21st. Now, although the NPA has not disclosed any charges against him. Now, yesterday, 12 senior police officers, including a general, 6 brigadiers, and 3 colonels, along with murder suspect Vusi Musi Kat Matlala, appeared in the same court over an irregular Medicare 24 tender. Now, they face charges of fraud, corruption, and money laundering. And the case was postponed to May the 13th for further investigation. And that's with the remaining suspects granted bail. Now, next up on national fronts, the Department of Minerals and Petroleum Resources says no relief measures are planned as fuel prices are expected to rise sharply in April, and that's due to Middle East conflicts. Now, petrol may increase by more than 5 Rand a litre and diesel by over 9 Rand. Now, this while levies on fuel and the Road Accident Fund will also rise. Now, the Fuels Industry Association of South Africa notes strong diesel demand as consumers brace for hikes, though supply remains stable, with imports and local stock sufficient to prevent shortages despite geopolitical pressures affecting global oil markets. Well, moving to international headlines next, and the United Nations General Assembly voted to recognize the enslavement of Africans during the transatlantic slave trade as, and quote, the gravest crime against humanity, unquote. Now, proposed by Ghana, the resolution urges UN member states to consider apologies and contributions to a reparations fund, though it is non-binding. Now adopted with 123 votes in favor, 3 against, and 52 abstentions. It highlights the enduring impact of slavery. President John Mahama said the move safeguards memory, honors victims, and challenges ongoing racial injustice. Well, next up, Russia launched nearly 1,000 drones into Ukraine in 24 hours, marking one of the largest airstrikes since the war began. Now, the Ukraine Air Force said 556 drones attacked since Sunday morning, damaging a 16th century monastery in Lviv, as well as a maternity hospital in Ivano-Frankivsk. And at least 3 people died and dozens were injured following 5 deaths and the previous night from nearly 400 drones and 34 missiles. President Vladimir Zelensky said the attacks show Russia has no intention of ending the war. Well, lastly, in this dose of headlines, in a moment that perfectly captures South Africa's unbeatable gees. A frustrating traffic jam in Boksburg took a spontaneous, unexpectedly cheerful turn. Now, with cars at a standstill, 2 drivers ditched the usual hooting and instead faced off in a playful game of rock, paper, scissors through their windows. Now, the light-hearted exchange caught on camera quickly spread online, winning smiles for turning tension into laughter. In a country where traffic can definitely test even the calmest nerves, the simple act of humor reminded many that sometimes a little creativity is all it takes to turn a jam into a joyful connection. Well, on that note, I leave you with none other than some of this to cut through the rest of the headlines. Here's G-Man with the latest in all things sport.
Oh man, I hate to rub salt in the wounds, but we could have used a bit of rock, paper, scissors yesterday. Let's get into our mixed bag of sporting results, and we start with the Proteas women. They slumped to a 92-run defeat at the hands of New Zealand's women in Christchurch, sealing a 4-1 series loss, with Amelia Kerr striking a dominant century. She's been in insane form, and that powered the White Ferns to 194 for 6 before South Africa collapsed under pressure, despite a bit of a late stand with captain Laura Wolfhard admitting that her side was outplayed. At least they've taken it on the chin. On the flip side of that coin, the Proteas men, they clinched a 3-2 T20 International Series win over New Zealand's men with a 33-run victory in Christchurch later in the day, with Connor Esterhazen smashing 75 off 33 balls. It's kind of been his series. That to power the Proteas to 187 for 4 before some disciplined bowling led by Gerald Coetzee, also having an absolute blinder, restricted the host to 154 for 8 on what was definitely a difficult pitch. Now let's get into football to get excited about. Desiree Ellis has named a 24-player Banyana squad to face Algeria in April, with Gabriela Salgado, Hilda Magaya and Wendy Shongwe returning from injury. And the friendlies form part of their crucial preparations ahead of WAFCON, of course, and the tougher tests, including Japan, still to come. But the ladies are ready. Now we can get into the tail of the tape in tennis, as Alina Rybakina fought back to beat Jessica Pegula 2-6, 6-3, 6-4. Also shows some mettle there to reach the Miami Open semi-finals, with the 3rd seed recovering from a slow start to now extend her recent dominance in the rivalry and seeding victory with a very strong serve as she eyes another title run. I think all of the players finding their mid-year form now ahead of the next Grand Slam. But that's where we leave our sport for now. It's in the kitchen for the rest of this morning, but you will head outdoors, I'm sure, at some point. So let's see what that's going to look like.
Thank you so much, Human. Yeah, let's see if that heat extends outside. And we're going to start with all things weather. And Polokwane is up first. Now, let's see what's happening in your side of town. You'll be starting your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions, rain, and it's chanced at 15%. Your temperatures start at a warm 19, rising to 31 degrees. And looking ahead, cloudy and wet conditions will persist, and temperatures remaining in the lower 30s. Moving to Klerksdorp next, and you can expect some afternoon thunderstorms with a 35% chance of rain. Now, temperatures start at 17 degrees, reaching a pleasant 27, and you can expect wet periods ahead with temperatures in the upper 20s. Over in Pretoria up next, it looks like partly cloudy skies are expected today, and there's a chance of 35% chance of rain. Now, temperatures range between 18 and 29 degrees, and in the coming days, you can expect mostly wet conditions to stick around, averaging around 31%. Joburg starts the day off with some isolated thunderstorms and rain chanced at 35%. Temperatures begin at a low of 16 degrees, reaching a high of 24. For the rest of the week, you can expect cloudy and wet conditions with temperatures between 15 and 25 degrees. Mbombela can definitely expect mostly sunny skies, a chance of rain at 35%, and temperatures will rise from a warm 21 to a nice hot 30 degrees. And the week lies ahead with rain forecasted at 45% at tomorrow and then 50% on Sunday. Bloemfontein's expecting some morning drizzle. Looks like the wet conditions continue at 45% chance, and the day's temperatures climb from 17 to a comfortable 24 degrees. If we look ahead at what's expected, it looks like rainy conditions and definitely are going to be sticking around. Temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 20s. Richards Bay is up next, and starting Thursday with partly cloudy skies. The rain continues, chanced at 35%. Temperatures ranging from a warm 23 to a hot 31 degrees. And for the remaining days, it's cloudy, it's humid, and temperatures in the lower 30s. Durban is waking up to partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures starting from a warm 23, but climbing to a comfortable 28. If we look ahead, cloudy skies persist, light showers coming in during the weekend. Make the most of the sunny conditions while you can. Over in Mthatha, it looks like the wet conditions continue. Isolated thunderstorms, rain forecasted at 30%, and that's what you can expect with temperatures rising from 18 to a nice pleasant 27 degrees. The coming days, rainy conditions continue, and Saturday is forecast at 80%. Cradock, you can expect afternoon thunderstorms on your side of town, with the rain chancing at 30% in your town. Now, temperatures move from pleasant 18 all the way to a hot 32 degrees, but you are in for a wet start to your weekend with rainfall chances at 65%, and that's taking place tomorrow. Out in GQ Becha, you're in for a sunny yet windy day with speeds up to 18 kilometers per hour coming in from the south. You've got temperatures climbing from 16 to a pleasant 28 degrees, but mostly sunny skies are going to be dominating the remaining days on tomorrow's forecast at 40% rain. Moving over to George next. I've just come from there. It was beautiful, but you can expect mostly sunny skies with light southeasterly winds at 16 kilometers per hour. Temperatures will rise from a cool 15 and will be set to 24 degrees. And looking ahead, you can expect mostly humid and sunny-filled skies with temperatures in the lower to mid-20s. Cape Teasy starting the Thursday under partly cloudy skies with scattered showers in places, temperatures ranging from 13 to a warm 22 degrees. I can definitely tell you today, the surf is cooking in Muses, baby. Get in there. And the days ahead, expect partly sunny conditions with temperatures in the lower 20s, but definitely get the longboard out if you're out in the south, baby. Moving to Sutherland next, and you're in for a bright and sun-filled day. Moderate wind from the northwest, temperatures climbing from a cool 14 and inviting 28-degree maximum temperatures. And looking ahead, mostly sunny skies remain with 40% chance of rain expected tomorrow only. So after tomorrow, sun's out, guns out, baby. Kimberley's up next, and today you can expect isolated thunderstorms with rain forecast at 45%. Temperatures will range between 17 and 25 degrees. And in the coming days, temperatures remain in the upper 20s with scattered showers averaging around 40%. Of course, last but not least, Uppington, isolated afternoon thunderstorms are expected in your region with rain chanced at 55%. Now, your temperatures start at 20 degrees, climbing to a high of 29. So for Uppies, this is cool, calm, and collected. So enjoy. Looking ahead, though, all the way from Friday to Sunday, partly cloudy conditions continue with a slight chance of showers. Here's the rest of the weather patterns that you can see around the country. But for now, though, let's start off this thing we call a sunrise view. And whoa! Graham has come through with the banger. Check this shot out from Anamanzam Toti. Oh, it's an absolute beauty. Even before the sun has risen, the early bird has caught the worm here. He's caught a beautiful sunrise view, and I love the drama, the color, and all the promise of an incredible day out in KZN with 28 degrees of weather. Oh, Graham, I think you've won, and we only just got this thing started. So thank you, Mzansi, for sending that incredible sunrise view to us, Graham. And hopefully you guys can do the same. Share that morning view with us. The number's 063-036-9649. From one Graham, let's go to another one.
Hey, there ain't enough space in the town for the two of us, kid. Now, if knowing Graham, he probably went straight back to bed after taking that photo, and there's nothing wrong with that. Keep those pics coming. We love to see how you start your day. And of course, we've got a small matter of Easter to wrap our heads around. Ryla and I have already been crying about the amount of Easter eggs, hot cross buns that have already been consumed, and we're going to go all in this morning. But we've got to pose a very important question to you, and I'm beginning to understand why Carissa's not here today. The pickled fish returns. How does that fit into your world as we count down to Easter? Which tradition are you keeping alive? Hot cross buns or pickled fish or both? I know I'm being quite specific here, but this is something that really mystifies me, and I need to understand how and why. So how do you like to eat them? Surprise us, inspire us this morning. Challenge us. In fact, if you've got a flavor combo that you think is just out of this world, mind-blowing, but no one will believe you, give us a shot, man. This is a safe place. We love our Easter goodies, and we're going to do everything we can to look at Easter creativity in the kitchen through a whole new light, and it's going to be delicious. And of course, we're going to jam as many Easter eggs and hot cross buns into our face as we can. I think that's the truth around Easter, yeah? Yo.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh Mzansi, welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. And it's always so good to be with you because when Namtase, you're indeed part of this family and we appreciate you for being in the building, especially when we get to celebrate incredible people. People as incredible as you. Today, we can 100% say that art is a reflection of life. But for sculptor Oscar Dlamini, it's a way to make life eternal. From the heart of Katlehong, this visionary artist is transforming cold, hard stone into powerful tributes that are so beautiful, immortalizing sporting legends and honoring musical icons like the late Sibongile Khumalo. As a co-founder of Manyano Memorials, his work tells the stories of Mzansi's greatest figures and allows us to remember them in the best way possible. So everyone, please give a feel-good welcome to the incredible Oscar Dlamini. Oscar, all right?
Yeah, I'm right, my sister.
Katlehong's finest, Oscar. You're someone who, I think, abantu bathanda ukubheka bathi nanku bhuti who's shown us about art, you know, that we can actually do, ne?
Yeah.
But thetha nam, ngokuba ukhulele Katlehong, uyibone nini ukuba aman ndiyakwazi uba yi-artist?
Ngibone because ngiqale when I was 9. So at high school bengidraw ama-tishara, ama-portrait wabo. So at school I was like making money. Ngenza ama-portrait wama-tishara ngibathengisela wona.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so that's when I realized ukuthi, you know, I can make a living through art.
Ibe imali ni portrait one.
But that time, no, it was 50 rand, 100 rand. No, because I was still in high school back then, yeah.
Oscar, so bungu put madlisa wena in high school? Because bunemali. Am I wrong? You used to just buy everybody. I'll buy the chips today.
I know.
Okay, you're smart with your money. I like that.
Yeah.
But Oscar, talk to me then. Go back with Manyano Memorials. When the memorial art, I mean, abanye abantu they draw fruits, bazoba plants. When the memorial art, why?
Because you know, bengifuna ukuthi you know mawenza isithombe somuntu ne ufuna ukuthi lo muntu lo ifamily mayimbona bahlala bamkhumbula wabona. Yeah,
that's beautiful. And I think that there's so many people who look to your art and it really does immortalize umuntu. And I know that you've done abantu abaninzi, abantu abafana njengo Simba, Umpura.
Yeah.
There's so many different figures. Yeyiphi wena uyithanda kakhulu and why?
Actually ngiwathanda wonke because umsebenzi wami at the end of the day wabona.
Yeah.
Ngiwathanda wonke but thande kakhulu le yakampura ngicela ukuyenza manje recently.
Yes.
Yeah, because ngike ngaspend a lot of time ngiyenza ngifaka i-detail yabona.
Yes.
The way iphume ngakhona it shows ukuthi I spend a lot of time busy ngenza yona.
Yes, that's beautiful. And I also know that, you know, kukabantu abamthanda kakhulu umpura, were you one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a fan, yeah.
So you're doing the zegete when? maybe not. Maybe. Okay, yeah. It's fine. But Oscar, I mean, there's so many different things that abantu, you know, that are young sort of fall into ngamanye amaxesha, unfortunately. Ngoba bayazi ukuba aman, I can do art.
Yeah.
Ungathini kubo aba who are saying ngenye imini ngifuna ufana njengo Oscar? What advice would you give them?
Work hard, and then also believe entweni oyenzayo ukuthi, you know, uNkulunkulu angakunceda. If une-talent, you must always pray ukuthi uNkulunkulu akuncede so that talent yakho izo-grow.
Amen. I love that. And do you feel like God ukuncedile wena?
Yeah, kakhulu.
Yes.
As long as you put God first, so everything flow.
I love that.
Yeah.
And nangoku, Oscar, you know, abantu bathanda ujonga i-art bathi kuba siyakwazi uyenza into like a viable business.
Yeah.
I-business side ye-art injani kanye apha eMzantsi? Are you able to make a lot of money uyenza?
Yeah, it depends ukuthi how you market yourself, yabona. Mina, I've been giving celebrity portraits for free.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's another way of showing it's another way of marketing my skill.
That's beautiful. Okay, marketing genius. Siyakubona. And I really do know that once you said that art immortalizes, memories. So teta nathi wena xa abantu babona i-art yakho 20, 30 years from now, what do you want them to see? I-legacy yakho uyifuna ithini kanye kanye?
Because kunama-artists engishare nawo le skill wabona. So akusiyo into ezophelela kimi.
Yeah.
So into eqhubekayo because I have friends at Cape Town abayenze arting ngishare nabo le skill. So into eqhubekayo akusiyo into ezostopa manje wabona. Even noma ngasekho mina so into ezohlala ikhona.
I love that. You are multiplying, Oscar, and Saitando Ibona. And speaking of which, namhlanje, you're going to be doing a portrait of me.
Yes.
Yes. Are you ready, Oscar? Do I look pretty enough?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Amazing. Okay, so you're going to be doing it from now until 9 a.m.
Yes.
Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, Mzansi, this is your reason to stick around throughout the entire show. Oscar's work is out of this world. And the good news is that you're about to see him do it live right here on Expresso because he's going to be drawing a portrait of me. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for you to see it, for me to see it, because we're going to be checking on him throughout the show. But that is a reason to stick around. But let me give you another one. How about a handsome man over there in Cape Town? Our brother, Ryle Mornay. Ryle, what's going over there in the kitchen, honey?
We got a hot skip from Ryle to me. That's what you call a little sidestep. I promise you there are more handsome faces to come. We cannot wait to see your gorgeous face immortalized in that artwork. I can see how excited Zanele is, so stick around to wait to see those results. But right now, the dopamine is going to flow because we're going to have a whole lot of fun. We all love a toasted hot cross bun. Come on. A thick slather of butter. But why stop there? If you're looking to transform your seasonal staple into a glitzy showstopper that is going to surprise people, this white chocolate and cardamom bread and butter pudding is the answer. And Jay is the magician. Thank you for doing this, guy.
Graham, listen, if you nag about something
long
enough, I'm going to do it.
You've become now my second wife, my third wife, or work husband now. And it's going to be quite a thing because now that I know I can influence you in this way, but the flavor combinations just seem to work so well. And we always look for what we can do creatively with hot cross buns when they start to drift into that kind of the second half of their life, if you will. Surely a bread and butter pudding, you must think about it at least twice a day.
Of course. It just makes sense. We all have those moments, Graham. The hot cross buns, we over-cater, we buy too many, they sit in the bread tin, they get dry. But it actually works so well in this recipe. And the reason is because they dehydrate and then they're just yearning for moisture. So the perfect sponge to soak up all of this goodness. So let's
create the goodness, man. So we are working with beautiful complementary flavors here, and obviously selling it on the white chocolate and cardamom with the very spicy spice mix of a hot cross bun. It just seems like a marriage made in heaven. What do you have to be careful of when mixing big flavors like this?
Sure. Cardamom is a very intense spice. So you've got to really play around with it and test it out and see where your level of taste lies with it. My preference is going all the way, just simply because we cook and use it in baking and food all the time, so I'm used to that flavor profile.
Intuitively,
but then enter the orange marmalade. This is a staple in my home. I make it myself.
This on this is one of my favorite things.
This in that, this there. Look at the ingredients, Graham. Come on, these are things that you will find in your home. You've got jam, you've got maybe some chocolate, you've got eggs, you've got sugar, you've got vanilla, you've got cream, you've got milk, you've got hot cross buns. It's nothing.
And if you don't have cardamom, you can borrow from your neighbor.
Or you could leave it out, right? You could add a bit of cinnamon as well. You can really be creative. We're not reinventing the wheel here. This has been done many times.
We're leaning into it.
Leaning into it, and we're being a bit more creative. So on this side, Graham, I've already started the process for you.
Okay.
If you can just put some of that orange marmalade onto the hot cross buns, which already have some butter on, because you have to have butter with hot cross buns. It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's a flavor profile, but I did try, just funny enough, last night, just marmalade on a hot cross bun, and it wasn't the same. I felt like I was cheating or something.
Did you toast the hot cross bun?
I always have to, I have to toast my hot cross buns. And then I like our shingling
Yes.
effect that we
So
are.
that's
How do you, am I saying it right?
That's
Is it-
going to be our term. Shingling. You've got to
shingling,
shingle
baby.
them. So we've shingled them. I think there's actually, maybe we shouldn't say that word too many times. Now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, what that essentially means is that you're just basically overlapping them around your tin. Again, you know, this has been done many times. So we are just being creative in the way that we are presenting this.
It looks
something
beautiful.
That's homely, that's, you know,
A little bit
homemade,
rustic.
a little bit rustic. You can still push the envelope and make it a little bit more creative. So you can carry on just tearing them up and placing them
Just
into the middle.
And what I like about this is, and this is something that I think you highlighted in our little notes beforehand, but this creates a beautiful duality with the texture.
Yes.
Because you've got that beautiful soaky nature of our slightly over-pushed hot cross buns, but then you're going to have these beautiful caramelized crunchy bits on top.
That's
Even the
the
marmalade
joy.
is going to caramelize and
That's
become like a
the
little
joy
candy.
of this, Graham. It's that beautiful tango between, you know, the crispy edges, which I absolutely love, and that beautiful set, you know, softer interior that just oozes with flavor.
And we're getting a beautiful little, almost like a bouquet, a little rose affair. I'm trying to emulate what you guys did in the kitchen.
So that's
It
the
looks so
thing, and
cute.
that's all about, that's my vibe, Graham, is taking simple things, simple dishes, and making it special. You know, just in the presentation, you can really just level up.
And that's the effort that the people are looking for. That's what they feel when you prepare a meal for them. And you'd be amazed, the effort outweighs the results.
100%.
90 to 10%, I think, in a ratio of if you put in the effort, they will love it and they will feel loved,
100%.
which is a beautiful thing. And vitally, I think, important in that Easter traditional, because this is a tradition that you get to, one of those few generational traditions that's left in the world these days, where you get to really kind of share that moment with your family, but then hand it over. What is that thing that you really wish generations to come in your family are going to hold on to when it comes to your traditions?
You know what, Graham, if there's one thing that I cannot live without, is my mom's trap and trotter curry.
Oh.
And I think in saying that, things like skulpaikies, ox liver, you know, those really affordable meats that my parents would always transform into something spectacular, you know. So going back to that vibe, you know, honest, humble cooking that transcends how much money you have in your pocket, it transcends all of those things. It's about putting together something special with whatever you have, you know.
And it's that notion that brings the people
together.
And the
It's
family together.
that's about, and also just being a bit aspirational. Yes, you can have your tripe and trotters, but you can make it really bougie.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and you can show the people that you're preparing for. And I say this almost speaking to myself, because I'm trying really hard to teach my kids a culture of tradition and a culinary culture of care and love and thought. And this really does speak to that. And this feels like the best part of this whole process. We're going to add our custard. If you want to surprise us, maybe blow our hair back, maybe shock us this morning, send us your Easter combos. How would you use the humble hot cross bun and reimagine it like we are today? You can scan the QR code and create our cardamom and white chocolate bread and butter
This is my
pudding.
favorite part, when it
Look at that.
jiggles
Oh, I know.
in the
I left a little
custard.
bit of a centerpiece
I love
there
it.
just because I think visually this leans into that bouquet flower effect.
Okay, we're gonna add some white chocolate chips in there, getting them tucked inside. Remember, just to
You want
make sure that
pockets
they
of joy.
sort of pockets of joy, and also preventing them from burning in the oven. But just to recap, in the custard, cream, milk, sugar, vanilla, eggs, cardamom.
Super easy. And you say a heady spice, something like a cinnamon if you don't have cardamom, but we are
Nutmeg.
winning at life. Absolutely beautiful. Scan that QR code and show us the results we want to see. In fact, we want to taste. We'll have one after the break. We'll see you now. Wow. That looks beautiful.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welkom terug allemaal. Jullie kijken nog steeds your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here op S3. And you know what? Goeiemorgen. And I mean, I think one of the best things is to experience what you love with the people you love all the time.
100%. En ons is baie opgewonde this
I
morning,
love that.
okay?
Her go-to Afrikaans is always baie.
Baie is
That's
my
all
favorite
she knows.
phrase, and I made it up. Thank you. Our next guests, though, this morning are bringing both love and music to the spotlight. Exactly what Chandler was just speaking about, where you're able to do what you love with the people that you love. And honestly and truly, husband and wife duo Armand and Andrea Asbach, better known as Skimmer, they're making waves, my love, in the Afrikaans music scene with their fresh sound and undeniable chemistry.
And look, with the release of their brand new single, it's called Stroom Op. Well, they're stepping into an exciting new chapter, and it's already making South Africa super excited. And they're joining us this morning. Skimmer, welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thanks, nice to be here.
Good morning to you guys. You guys are even matching, Sana.
I know.
Always.
Yeah,
It happens naturally.
yeah.
Couple goals.
And can you see where the hand placement is?
Yes, exactly.
Shame. You could be mine.
Here we go. You guys, I'm joking. It's guys,
support.
Yes, I know. You guys are adorable. No, I love it. And guys, we need to then find out, because I mean, like we said, you have great chemistry. You look great together. Talk to us about when you guys met and how you got to this point of being Skimmer.
So me and Armand, we met about 9 years ago. We knew each other 8 months, and then we got married. So it was very quick.
Fast.
Yes. And it was Polokwane that brought you together, right?
Yes, so Armand had a studio in Polokwane, and I lived in Hartbeespoort. And then he called out for a woman's voice. He wanted to record a woman's voice, so I drove through to Polokwane, and then we met, and I think, yeah, we just fell in love.
And it happened from there.
Wow. Thank you,
8 months
Facebook.
later.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
That's incredible. Now, we said your name is Skimmer. In English rather, it means dusk. And that word, I mean, if you think of dusk, it is alles is mooi wanneer die son sak. So how do you guys, I love how you, I started to speak Afrikaans, you just got this big smile on your face. Yes. Tell me how you try and encapsulate that in your music with the dusk and that picture.
So what we normally try to do is on stage, we very loving with each other, and our sound is more like a warm, heartful sound.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah. That's beautiful. And guys, I love the fact that, you know, you guys are in love, and it's sort of, I will say, you know, informs the kind of music that you make, right? So then talk to us about Stroom Op, because it's all about loving someone despite the challenges. So here we are, we're swimming Stroom Op, you know, we're swimming upstream. Talk to us about that. You know, where did it come from, and how does it even really allow you guys to just have a marriage that flourishes the way it does, and even have the philosophy of Stroom Op?
Yes, perfect. So obviously marriage isn't always easy. We're not going to sit here and say it is. There are challenges, and that is what the song is all about. Even in everyday life, you always have your challenges, and you just got to push through it and decide to always choose each other.
At the end of the day, whether it's difficult or not, we keep on choosing each other, and we work together every day, so it can become quite challenging sometimes, but yeah, we still decide to choose each other at the end of the day.
Oh, who's the slave driver between the two of you? Who says no more sleeping?
Me.
Okay.
I must admit.
He wants to go party. You're like, no.
No.
Wants back, no.
Vandaag werk.
And talking about you having to work together and then still having a relationship, how do you guys strike that balance? When do you guys switch off at any points?
Not really. I'm managing the studio at the house because I built the studio about a year ago, and Andrea is more in charge of our social media and marketing and planning and stuff like that. So we've got our own separate sections in Skimmer at the end of the day. So we don't get involved in each other's
business.
Yeah.
That helps.
Oh, okay, fair. Then I have a follow-up question.
What's the follow-up?
My follow-up question is, who normally wins the arguments over here between the two of you? Oh,
Really?
It takes some skill.
I mean, you've had 9 years to practice, correct? I think you should be good by it.
Practice makes perfect.
You need to play him at his own game now.
I do. Sometimes
he doesn't know it yet.
Oh, she's making him think. This is a smart woman. Yeah. My goodness.
I also had 9 years.
That's my girl. And guys, what's cute in Afrikaans? Oulik. Oulik. Julle is baie oulik.
Dank you.
Cute.
Baie.
We absolutely love it.
And you guys are not going anywhere, which we love, because you're going to be entertaining the nation. Are you ready for Strum Op, my
Oh, we
sister?
are so ready for Stroom Op. Look, Skimmer, we cannot wait. We'll be seeing you guys a little bit later on. But as you all know, Feel Good family, it is Easter around the corner.
It's true, and hot cross buns are a staple, which is why we always need to find, different ways to be able to enjoy them and find the people who are giving us the tips and tricks to exactly that.
And that is, of course, our lovely people in Cape Town. They'll be hitting the kitchen, giving us that feel-good recipe.
Yeah.
And then Easter around the corner, as I said, we want you all to feel really safe this long weekend. So we've got Dunlop here, and they're going to be telling us all the safety issues and, of course, tips that we need when it comes to our roads. We'll see you guys in a bit.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
They've got you indeed. Suffering from acute or chronic constipation, Aspen has got you. For long-term constipation relief, Aspen offers Movicol, Pegicol and Laxin. Then for relief from occasional constipation, turn to Lenolax, Lenin, Glycerin or Laxator suppositories. And then for gradual constipation relief, there's Brooklax and Laxator tablets. And you can choose the laxative that you need from South Africa's value-leading laxatives company and help your family get the relief that they need.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Get the constipation relief you need from Aspen's laxative portfolio.
Hey, just like that, we're back in the kitchen once again, inspiring you, giving you everything you need to make Easter that much more spectacular, and especially with the man I'm sitting next to now. But let's talk about this, because we're elevating the hot cross bun, and it doesn't require a pantry full of rare finds, right? Sometimes it just takes a bit of kitchen architectural flipping. By turning the traditional hot cross bun on its head, literally you can transform a humble tea time treat into a show-stopping, multi-textured masterpiece. And Jay is here to show us how. Bro, you've been doing some crazy things this morning, huh?
Well, if you watched the show yesterday, you would have seen that incredible display of hot cross buns.
Is that why G's still got a full belly?
We are going to have to find a way to use them, and I thought this would be a cool way. Bomb Alaska is a dessert that I actually fell in love with on a cruise ship.
Did you say Bomb Alaska?
Yeah, so it's a take
okay.
on a Bomb Alaska, home of Sarah Palin, you know.
Okay.
I had this on a cruise ship once, and they came as like an army of people with these big things on their platters, and I was like, so curious about what it was. And after enjoying it, I just remember that moment. And you know,
was the experience though?
Those little, it was cold, it was crunchy, it wasn't dry. And you know, it's those little moments in my life that have led me to this moment where I just fell in love with baking. So I thought this would be a cool take on that.
And you're acting on the sentiment of happiness is best shared. So that was a happy moment, clearly, and now you're sharing with Mzansi. Thank you. How do we get this done, man?
So, okay, hot cross buns, you could use stale. If they're stale, don't worry about it. We've used some that are fresh. We've just crisped them up a little bit. Nice. So essentially, you're encasing your ice cream with the hot cross bun, and that keeps the core of it cool in the freezer. And then I'll explain a little bit why in a bit. So we've got them in our lined
like a muffin tray.
Yeah, so we've got them in there, and then we've got
you
some.
Just kind of like to squash it in there.
Yeah,
right?
you could roll them out with a rolling pin if you really wanted to get them nice and
like
even and consistent.
Hot cross bun basket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then in here we've got some softened ice cream, and we've added more hot cross buns in there. So we've chopped up some of the crispy ones and we folded them through the ice cream, and that's going to form part of our set.
That alone is already like updo on a dessert. Just having like a hot cross bun infused ice cream going onto a hot cross bun, and I don't even think we're done with it.
No, we're not done with it.
We've come a long way.
Guess what? Then after that, you got another hot cross bun.
On top of it. So it's like a ice cream sandwich hot cross bun edition.
I'm so excited about this because I think it's so much fun. So you cover them with the base of the hot cross bun. This is going to go into the freezer. I'm going to go and get the other ones I made earlier. Please don't follow me, camera crew, because my freezer is not looking very good.
It's Easter time. There's a lot going on, yeah?
There's a lot going on.
We completely understand.
There's even some marrow bones in here that I haven't cooked yet. So we need to find a recipe for marrow bones.
Your Easter can be a time for many a thing, but right now, it looks so cool.
These ones, I didn't put a base on these ones, right? Because I'll explain why. This is more of a presentation thing. So I'm going to grab a skewer stick.
All right.
Right, so you can see it's frozen solid. It's got to be...
Can I feel that?
You know? It's got to be really solid.
And I like how the way this one's actually turned out. It's almost like a little cup. Yeah, literally, like a hot cross bun cup.
Then what we have in here
we're not done with this.
We are not done now. So I've got a bit of...
What is he doing, guys?
I've got a bit of meringue. And that's why you've got to get it nice and frozen solid. These are a little bit soft, so I'm struggling to dip it in, but essentially...
So don't waste time with this, because the malt factor might be amplified with the heat coming through on the weekend maybe as well.
And then we're going to flip that over onto our base. So it's going on to another hot cross bun.
How dare you do this?
Okay,
How dare you, Jay? This is incredible.
Then this is the best part, right? And I think you're going to do this for me, is you've got to toast the meringue.
Toast? Oh, yes! Bring it on. Okay, this is that moment where we just kind of advise Mzansi, if you are going to be making this with your kids, maybe don't let them handle all the crazy stuff over here.
Well, guess what, Raul? If you don't have a blowtorch, you can actually bake these quickly in the oven. So that's why it's important to have the ice cream completely encased.
And then after the ice cream's been iced like this, you can put it in an oven.
So you put it in, that's how some people actually make these, but that's why you've got to get it really, really ice cold, you know? Let's move that so you can see, and then I'm going to make another one quickly.
Oh, why not get like a browning all over this? Oh my gosh, that looks so cool.
And you can take it as far as you want. So I like it a little bit more on the dark side.
You like it on the dark side, right? I'll give you a little bit of balance, dark and light. You get all the polarities.
You know what? We need to do a cross section of this because I think it's really fantastic. So I'm going to grab a knife quickly, and let's see if we can do a nice.
I am blown away. Mzansi, have you ever seen something like this in real life? A reminder, because we need to do this. This is not AI.
Come on, look at that.
Fact-checking. Jay's incredible. What do we call this? Mini Alaskans?
Mini hot cross bun on hot cross bun, in hot cross bun, underneath hot cross bun, on top of hot cross bun.
Gracious me, it is packed with just pure
How good is that?
deliciousness. This thing is absolutely waiting for you to make it this Easter, and you can find those that QR code on our screen right now. Scan it and get yourself involved in what is an actual fun process of putting these together as well. So maybe the family can come together, make a moment of this. But you serve this to guests. Oh my word, I think you are going to be the talk of the town. You are going to be the thing that everyone remembers with Easter. Jay, this is incredible. Thank you so much.
Simple ingredients made beautifully.
We've
That's
come
what
a,
it's
we've
about.
come a long way, man.
Come a
Well,
long
Azanzi,
way.
of course, scan the QR codes and get these recipes, get inspired. And right now, we're going to inspire you to stick around and not go anywhere, because the Feel Good Breakfast Show gets even better. We've got a lot of conversations to have. Firstly, we're going to talk about everything involved in protecting you on online scams. It's getting more and more prominent these days, and we've got tips that might just help you. On top of this, there's the long weekend with Easter coming through, and we need to make sure that our wheels are in check. So these conversations, getting you ready for the weekend ahead. Let's go. Oh, bro, this is amazing. Well done. It looks so cool. Can I flambe?
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yiyo kanye kanye, you Feel Good for Breakfast Show here in Ubetuna, and we're so glad that you're with us. It is exactly here on ST that you need to be, 6 to 9 a.m. Monday to Friday, because the vibes are always vibing. You know what I mean?
We hope to bring you the energy that you need to start your day.
Exactly, and this is why you got to make sure that you stay until 9 a.m. Ngoba inkqubo yanamhlanje isathi xhosa sana. Kodwa ke, it's time to get on into a little bit of a conversation that we always need to have about our confidence.
Now, look, Feel Good fam, we all have that moment that shifted something inside of us. The first time we truly felt confident, and today, inspired by the Dove Self-Esteem Project, well, we're reflecting on those early sparks of confidence. Sometimes it's the big milestones, but often it's the smaller moments, speaking up for the very first time, or stepping out of your comfort zone, or simply just trying something new for the very first time that quietly shape the confidence we carry with us every single day. Now, with you and I, Zan, I feel like we have to have some sort of a quiet, silent confidence to do what we do every single day.
100%.
So, can you think back of a time where you step foot here on Expresso and you're like, I'm confident, I've got this?
Ooh. It has to be the first day we ever kicked off the Johannesburg studio. I remember, we were all here working together as a team for the first time. I think a few people had worked together here and there, but it just meant that you then had to show up as your best self. And how do you do that? By making sure that you're confident in every part of you, right? So I had to make sure I was smelling good. Why? Because there's the sound guy, Laz, there's the camera guys, there's makeup, there's so many different people that are around you, making sure that you are confident. So I think smelling good, it's a number one in this space, because there's always people that are touching you for the work to get done. But also, I think, just being able to be around people who are so incredible at the jobs that they do, it just allows you to feel that confidence.
A lot of the time, people are in your personal space. So you have to be smelling good in all the different shapes and sizes.
Exactly, honey. But what about you, my Chan?
I think, so you said in Joburg. Yes. I think mine was my first show when they introduced me back in Cape Town.
Oh, yes.
And obviously you're nervous. It's your first one. And there was a moment where it was me in the kitchen, and they put the apron, the Expresso apron on me. And I've seen that apron for years and years and years. And that was when I was like, oh my goodness, wait, I've got this. I'm confident. It was like the apron was my little superhero cape. And I was like, okay, I've stepped into my confidence right now.
It's like you were being knighted with the apron.
Yes.
Lady Chan Lee Wong. I love that.
And then on the complete opposite spectrum, that's us being confident. But the truth is, we're all human. We all have fears. We all have challenges.
Yes.
Have you ever encountered a fear here on Expresso?
I have. I almost burnt down the kitchen.
This one here in Joburg?
Yes.
What happened?
We were flambeing.
Oh, fancy.
We were flambeing some chicken.
And
then I was like, please let me try. It wasn't even in the script, Kisan. But I said, you know what? I know I never go in the kitchen.
Because I'm confident.
I'm confident. I think I can do this. You know what I mean? So there I am. The biggest flames came onto the screen, and there was just a scream that I let out. It was very, very hectic because I almost dropped the chicken, forgive me.
Oh my goodness.
In the kitchen. However, for me, that was me facing a fear. Yeah.
I think that made really good TV though.
It did.
We got a huge little spectacle.
You know what I mean?
Incredible.
Yes. What about you, my babe?
I think I face a fear and challenge every single day doing live TV. And I think taking a challenge or a fear, it mustn't be seen as a negative.
Yes.
If you're not growing, it means you're not fearful and you're not challenging yourself.
Yeah.
So I think every single day, here we are.
I love that. And we do it every single day.
We do it
Being
with a
confident,
smile.
100%. And I think that it always just adds to your self-esteem.
Yeah.
When you show up as your best self. And how do you do that, right? They always say if you look good, you feel good. But then also on top of it, if you're feeling good in terms of I'm confident enough to give Chandler a hug, or even give Nadia Nakaya a hug, who's going to be here, or dance next to Skimmer and know that I'm fine. That, they're going to make sure that I'm absolutely smelling good. I think that always gives us the kind of self-confidence that we definitely need.
And a quick shout out to Dove and their self-esteem project, because they're helping young teens and young kids just find their voice, and of course being body positive, and of course that very, very positive self-esteem. We're good, we're confident, we're going to carry on with the show. Support from those around us, whether at home or at school, or of course in the workplace, can make all the difference in how confident we feel. Even small moments of encouragement can spark a sense of self-belief that lasts a lifetime. And that's exactly what Dove's Self-Esteem Project is all about, creating a culture where confidence is nurtured everywhere, inspiring young people and adults alike to embrace themselves and feel empowered every single day. So let's celebrate those moments, owning who you are, and keep passing that confidence on every single day.
Oh, yes. And I love that you said shout out to Dove, because it really is a big shout out. I think that self-esteem can be such a big problem, especially when you're growing up. You know what I mean? But listen, Family, we want you to win because you could be one of 10 lovely dovelies who are walking away with an incredible prize. Listen to this. All you got to do, right, is buy any 2 Dove or Dove Men Plus Care deodorants, and you could be one of 10 lucky dovelies winning double tickets to the FIFA World Cup 2026. How crazy?
That is crazy. Imagine all the dovelies over there in the stadium.
Ooh, and you could be one of them. T's and C's do apply, but check out dove.co.za for all of the information. And friend, we are crossing fingers for you, and we love everything that you're doing, Dove. It is a huge shout out to you, and hopefully, friend, you'll be at the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Right now, we're heading back to Cape Town. Ryle, what do you have for us?
Thank you so much, ladies. Reflecting on absolutely beautiful moments and a journey that is only just beginning. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, and we get front row seats to exactly that. For now, though, I'm giving you front row seats to the latest when it comes to headlines, and it's just gone past the hour, well, actually on the hour, spot on with perfect timing, so let's bring in national headlines. Now, the Department of Higher Education and Training will sign a memorandum of understanding with Google Platforms at its Johannesburg offices on Monday, and that's aiming to advance digital skills and AI integration in higher education. Now, facilitated by Deputy Minister Dr. Mimi Gondwe, the agreement will provide 5,000 Google Career Certificate scholarships, and that's to students, educators and IT staff, particularly in rural and township areas. Now, the partnership will also support AI training, curriculum development and workforce readiness, marking the Deputy Minister's 4th successful public-private skills initiative. Well, sticking in national headlines, the National Prosecuting Authority has confirmed that National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola will appear in Pretoria Magistrates Court on April the 21st, although the NPA has not disclosed any charges against him. Now, yesterday, 12 senior police officers, including a general, 6 brigadiers and 3 colonels, along with murder suspect Vusi Musi Kat Matlala, appeared in the same court over an irregular Medicare 24 tender. Now, they face charges of fraud, corruption and money laundering. And the case was postponed to May the 13th for further investigation, with the remaining suspects granted bail. Well, moving to international headlines next, and a jury in Los Angeles has delivered a landmark ruling against Meta Platforms and YouTube, awarding a 20-year-old woman $3 million after finding their platforms contributed to her childhood social media addiction and mental health struggles. Now, jurors held Meta 70% responsible and YouTube 30%, with further damages still possible. Now, the decision, strongly contested by both companies, is expected to influence hundreds of similar cases, as growing public concern signals a turning point in how social media's impact on young users is judged. Well, next up, the United Nations General Assembly voted to recognize the enslavement of Africans during the transatlantic slave trade as, and quote, the gravest crime against humanity, unquote. Now, proposed by Ghana, the resolution urges UN member states to consider apologies and contributions to a reparations fund, though it is non-binding. Now, adopted with 123 votes in favor, 3 against and 52 abstentions. It highlights the enduring impact of slavery. Now, President John Mahama said the move safeguards victory, honors victims, and challenges ongoing racial injustice. Well, lastly in this dose of headlines, Spider-Man. Brand new day. The trailer has become the biggest launch of all time. Yes, you heard correctly, shattering records with almost 720 million views in 24 hours. Now, this is one of Hollywood's most adored couples, Tom Holland and Zendaya, who are once again stealing hearts on and off the screen. With rumors swirling about a secret wedding, the truth remains deliciously unclear, with the pair keeping fans guessing. Now, what is certain is their unwavering support for each other, as they gear up for the new Spider-Man adventures together, with Spider-Man: A Brand New Day set for release in July. Now, whether married or not, their real-life partnership shines as brightly as their blockbuster careers. Well, let's see who's shining in the world of sport, Earth G-Man, because here he's got the latest.
Oh, you've got to check out the Global Youth Choir's ode to the new Spider-Man. I think Tom Holland loved it more than anyone else. Absolutely brilliant. But right now, bittersweet news to report on. Let's start in the cricketing lane, where the women Proteas slumped to a 92-run defeat at the hands of New Zealand's women in Christchurch early in the day yesterday, sealing that 4-1 series loss, with Amelia Kerr striking a dominant century to power the White Ferns to a massive 194 for 6 before South Africa collapsed under that pressure, despite a late stand, with captain Laura Wolfart admitting that her side was certainly outplayed on the day. Then a little bit later, the Proteas men were able to clinch a 3-2 T20 series win over New Zealand with a 33-run victory in Christchurch as well, with Connor Esterhazen once again shining, smashing 75 of just 33 balls to power the Proteas to 187 for 4 before some disciplined bowling led by Gerald Coetzee restricted the host to 154 for 8 on what was a very difficult pitch. I've got to say, you called it yesterday, buddy. Well done. Now we get into football, plenty to get excited about. I just need to say WAFCON. Desiree Ellis has named a 24-player Banyana squad to face Algeria in their friendly in April, with Gabriela Salgado, Hilda Mahaya and Wendy Shongwe returning from injury. The friendlies form part of crucial preparations ahead, of course, of WAFCON, with some tougher tests coming, including Japan on the way. It's going to be a major one, but the ladies are ready. Now let's see how the ladies are faring in Miami. And Alina Rubicana, she had to fight back to beat Jessica Pegula 2-6, 6-3, 6-4. It is a rivalry of note, and she did that to reach the Miami Open semi-finals, with the third seed recovering from a slow start to now extend her recent dominance in that rivalry and sealing victory with a strong serve as she now eyes another title run. It's all heating up. I think the players have found their mid-year form now, and we love it for the fans. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see if the roads have woken up.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's see what's happening on the roads. And we've got something to report in Randburg, Johannesburg. Now, there is slow-moving traffic, which has been reported on the N1 northbound, and that's between Winnie Mandela Drive and just after Beyers Naudé Drive. Now, motorists can expect delays and are advised to proceed with caution, as you can clearly see from these visuals. We move to Cape Town next, and Goodwood to be specific. There's heavy congestion building on the N7 southbound. That's going towards the N1 inbound ramp in the Wingfield area. Again, you can see this from the visuals you put up on the screen right now. So daily commuters are advised to remain patient as you head on out to your commutes. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. And starting off in Polokwane. Let's see what's happening on your side of town, and looks like you'll be starting your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions. You've got rain chance at 15%, temperature starting at a warm 19, rising to 31 degrees, and looking ahead, cloudy and wet conditions will persist throughout the week, and temperatures remaining in the lower 30s. Klerksdorp sees afternoon thunderstorms, 35% chance of rain, temperatures starting at 17, moving up to 27, and you can expect a wet period ahead with temperatures in the upper 20s. Moving over to Pretoria up next, and it looks like partly cloudy skies are expected today with a 35% chance of rain. Now, temperatures range between 18 and 29 degrees, and in the upcoming days, you can expect mostly wet conditions to stick around, averaging around 31%. Johannesburg starts the Thursday off with isolated thunderstorms and rain chance at 35%. Your temperatures begin at a low of 16 and it reaches a high of 24 degrees. And in the days ahead, you can expect cloudy and wet conditions with temperatures between 15 and 25 degrees. Umbombela looks like mostly sunny skies with rain chance at 35%. Temperatures are going to be rising from a warm 21 out to a hot 31 degrees. Now, a wet week lies ahead with rain forecast at 45% tomorrow and 50% on Sunday. Over in Bloemfontein, it looks like there's some morning drizzle and rain chance at 45% for the day. Temperatures climbing from 17 to a comfortable 24 degrees. And looking ahead, you can expect rainy conditions to stick around with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. Taking it to the coast now in Richards Bay, and you'll start your Thursday with partly cloudy skies. Rain chance at 35%, temperatures ranging from a warm 23 to a hot 31 degrees. Now, for the remaining days, expect cloudy and humid conditions with temperatures in the lower 30s. Sticking to the coast and moving to Durban, waking up with partly cloudy skies today in your neck of the woods. Temperatures starting from a warm 23 to a nice comfortable 28. And if we look ahead for the rest of the week, cloudy skies persist with light showers coming in during the weekend. We move to Mthatha, and it looks like the isolated thunderstorms continue with rain forecast at 30%. Now, what you can expect for the temperatures rising from 18 degrees to 27 today, and then the upcoming days, rainy conditions continue with Saturday forecast at 80%. Looks like it's a wet one out over there. Cradock, however, it seems to continue with afternoon thunderstorms. Rain chanced at 30% in your town, and temperatures moving from a pleasant 18 to a hot 32 degrees. You're in for a wet start to the rest of the weekend, though, with the rainfall chanced at 65% tomorrow. You're in for sunny yet windy days. Well, just today maybe. Speeds up to 18 kilometers from the south, and temperatures climbing from 16 to a pleasant 28 degrees. It looks like mostly sunny skies are going to be dominating the remaining days, with a forecast tomorrow at a 40% chance of rain. Moving to George, it was beautiful while I was there, and you can expect mostly sunny skies. The light southeasterly winds at 16 kilometers per hour. Temperatures rising from a cool 15 to a 24-degree high. Looking ahead, though, you can expect mostly humid and sun-filled skies. You got temperatures seem to be remaining in the lower to mid-20s. Cape Teasy starts Thursday off under partly cloudy skies with scattered showers in places. Now, temperatures range from 13 to a warm 22 degrees, and in the days ahead, you can definitely expect partly sunny conditions with temperatures in the lower 20s. Definitely get out of the coast, especially out in the Muse's side. It looks like the waves are cooker looking. Let's make the most of it. Sutherland, it's bright and sun-filled days, moderate winds from the north, west temperatures, and climbs from a cool 14 to a nice inviting 28 degrees. Looking ahead for the rest of the week, mostly sunny skies remain with a 40% chance of rain expected tomorrow only. Sunny skies thereafter. Kimberley, you got isolated thunderstorms continuing, much like the rest of the country. Rain forecast at 45%, and your temperatures ranging from 17 to 25 degrees. Now, in the coming days, temperatures are going to be remaining in the upper 20s, with scattered showers averaging around 40%. Last but not least, of course, Uppington with some variation, not too hot. Isolated afternoon thunderstorms are expected in your region. Rain chanced at 55% and temperature starting at 20, but moving to a nice high of 29. Looking ahead, Friday through to Sunday, partly cloudy conditions continue with a slight chance of showers. Rest of the weather patterns you can see right now across the country, but let's bring this one on. Back to KZN. Let's see what's happening over there. We got a beautiful shot this morning an hour ago, and Caroline has come through all the way from Pumula. And KZN, 29 degrees. It looks like it's elevating, but the colors in KZN this morning are just so beautiful, elaborating all the hues of orange, pink, the bright, bold sun just about to come through there. Caroline, I love this shot, and I can't thank you enough. Looks like we've got a competition on our hands from the first edition to this one. Oh, it's getting close, and we've got one more to share with you, Mzansi. So use the number 063-036-9649. And why? Because we love sharing sunrise views with you, Mzansi. Sorry, speaking of the sunrise views, one more to come. Sorry, guys, and I just wanted to remind you that if we get colors like that, we've seen the sun just peaking and peaking. Hopefully in that next edition, we can get that sun actually out in the sky. Make it bright, make it bold, and let's see a clear transition of KZN. I think that's how we get this morning going. So that's why I'm so excited. I got to remind you again, we've got one more edition to come. Let's catch up with G-Man now and see what else he's got to plug us in on.
Well, seeing as we can make requests, I'd like to see what it looks like in the garden route this morning. I'm thinking of taking a little trip there. I'd love to see what it looks like in your neck of the woods. Now, come on, the competition is on and KZN is dominating this year. But regardless of the sun outside, I'm going to make it rain lots of cash on the inside. See if I can spoil that view just a little bit. March has not been playing. And if you play your Daily Lotto and your Daily Lotto Plus today, 600,000 Rand could be waiting for you on the other side. That's what's sitting in our guaranteed jackpots this Thursday. So please, as we always urge, don't get left behind. Get your tickets right now in store, online, nationallottery.co.za, their mobile app, your own cell phone banking setup, and we'll keep all those deets up on the Expresso socials so you can go and check them out, figure out the mode that feels the luckiest for you, because there is a bit of intuition involved, and then get yourself in line to win big by playing your Daily Lotto for a guaranteed 450,000 Rand and Daily Lotto Plus for a guaranteed 150 grand. Come on. I love that. Well, Oscar Dlamini has been hard at work trying to recreate possibly one of the most beautiful faces on South African TV with one of the biggest hearts. Let's see how they're faring.
My
Graham, stop. I mean, yes, he is hard at work, and I am so honored to be his muse for today. Oscar, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now, and especially after such a short amount of time. This looks incredible, Budi.
Thank you.
Hi, Bo. Okay, ngicela uqale ngantoni kanye kanye?
Ngiqale ngoku-sketch i-outline ne.
Okay.
And then ngifaka ama-details manje.
Oh, hi, Butwam, uyayenza into yakho. You have no ntanga, I am telling you. Okay, let's continue because we can't wait to see the final product.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.
Oh, man. An entire Oscar Dlamini sketching my face, doing an art piece with my face. Oh, Mom, we've made it. And listen, Expresso family, you got to stick around for the final product that's coming at 9 a.m. However, for now, I need you to make sure that you stick around as well because we want you to be safe for Easter weekend. What you need for that is some good tires. So we're going to put you on, okay? And then we're also going to be jumping on into a little bit of some goodness that you might possibly need when it comes to the food in Easter, as well as a whole lot in terms of what you need for your beautiful morning to be feel good. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, we're going to have a vitally important conversation and your timing is perfect. Thank you so much for rejoining us here. Hopefully you're having an amazing morning. Let's kill the mood, man. No, we're going to educate ourselves right now. And there's a lot of tech news at the moment. So I think hopefully this has just underpinned how important it is that we educate ourselves. Our phones make it possible to work, to connect, manage our lives from almost anywhere. And even on a different level, it seems, this year with where AI has taken it. But if we're not careful, they can also become a gateway for scammers.
Absolutely. Now listen, as part of ABSA's Protect Your Money, Protect Your Story campaign, this week we're shining a spotlight on mobile security.
Brilliant.
And we're going to equip you with some practical tips to spot fake apps, identify malicious links, and avoid unsecured Wi-Fi networks. This is a thing if you didn't know, and You want to tell him how it works?
Oh, man, I'm just realizing my own culpability in the space because
know.
free Wi-Fi, come on.
Dude, it's a thing.
We follow free Wi-Fi around, but it's amazing how often you'll just lean into it or you forget you've got an auto reconnect with a network that's not
Sometimes
secure.
you're desperate, though. You're like, I need to get online.
You got to send photos or do something. You're going to chow all your data. But hey, listen, we all experience it at one point or another, and often we don't even realize. So let's get into the details, how it works. Okay, we'll put you in real-life mobile security situations, and you can answer with us. You guys, and we will play along as well, are going to choose the safest move to protect our device and make the right call and level up. Choose wrong and the scammers break through.
No.
I know I'm making this quite intense, but it
is intense, dude. This is real. Like, your life can change in this moment. All your life savings, everything you've worked towards, gone.
I was in reporting fraud in a police station, and there were 3 elderly couples trying to explain the cyber crimes that had been committed. Victims. And
man.
There was such a disconnect in the room of people understanding what was actually going on, and it was treated like a lesser sort of a crime to the violent crime, and albeit less impact directly in that moment of trauma, but they had lost their life savings. That is massive, man. So we've got to go there. Okay, so let's start here. Level 1, the download dilemma. You see it looks like an awesome new app online promising free games. Come on. But it's not from the official store. Do you, A, download it immediately because it does look like a really good game, or B, go to the official app store and find it there?
Hey, man, you know, with like open source these days, and you know what people are capable of, I was someone that used to just be all about open source.
You trust your phone, you trust the device.
But now, man, you got to do your due diligence, people. So I'm definitely going with B on this one. I'm going through the official store.
Exactly.
The official store. That's what I'm using. Wonder what Deon says. Let's see, Mzansi, if we got this one right. Boom, boom, boom.
It must be. Yep, go to the official app store and find it there.
Couldn't agree more, man. Obviously, downloading apps from trusted sources like the Google Play Store and the Apple Store is important. Fake apps often contain malware, and that's the stuff that steals your information. You don't want that because there's a lot of the world that we can get into that.
And scammers and hackers don't need a huge amount of your information. All stuff that feels very safe, like an ID number. If you think you're speaking to someone valid, we get it. So let's give you another example, because I think this kind of speaks to that. Level 2, suspicious links. How many times have I been caught? So you get a message from someone you don't know with a strange looking link. Do you A, click the link to see what it is, B, ignore or delete that message?
Yo, dude,
I'd almost add a C
I
there.
actually got a message yesterday saying that I have an infringement of a traffic fine. Go to this link to pay your fine. And I looked at the link, and it was nothing like the pay fines links or anything I've seen online. And I was like, man, this doesn't seem right. So I actually just took the message and copied and pasted it onto the internet. And it fake scam alerts. Yo, guys, like, be careful. And it looks so legit.
And ask your bank as well, because they are so far ahead of the curve, and there often are kind of measures put in place when it comes to your account, but they do rely on you asking those questions and educating. So what are we going to answer here?
Dude, I'm ignoring it and deleting the messages now.
I'm not even ignoring it. I'm deleting it before I've ignored it. Okay.
Definitely. Let's see if that's the actual answer, Mzansi. Hopefully this was a top tip. And yes, it is.
Done.
Ignore and delete these messages. Why? Because suspicious links can install malware or lead to being scammed. If you don't know the sender, don't click the link.
Even if you know the sender.
That's actually true, man. Verify
with courier services, they very often do that. How many of us have ordered something online? You're waiting for the South African delivery leg. They send you, there's just a change in the fees because of this. It's 9 Rand. What you're actually signing off is $8,000 off a fake that's selling apps through your Google account. So you never know how deep it goes. So you've got to be vigilant.
Truly, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if there's a level 3, okay? Updating your software. Come on, that sounds like
this
normal.
Is normal.
It must happen, you know? So your phone notifies you about a new software update. Wow. Do you A, ignore it, B, update your phone?
Right, to this day, I update my phone.
I've never done anything other than B.
Yeah, well, especially because I know how that message comes. It comes in a very specific format. It comes via the messaging service.
The software of the phone.
There's not any other way that message, in my opinion, can come through. So if it's like an SMS or a text, I'm definitely ignoring that. But if it's an official message, or what I think is official...
Then the KGB must have your phone or something, but I don't know how to deal with that.
Are we at risk? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with B.
I'm going to speak from personal experience and say I've only ever done that. Update your phone. There we go.
Okay, so that's not bad.
That was a bit cheeky, first of all. It felt like a trick question. But it highlights the baseline here. critical thought around anything that you're doing in the tech space now. Don't ever assume that safety measures that are in place are there, first of all, or that they are going to the extent that you need to protect you and I, your kids, your information, your identity, your children's identity. These are things that you need to cover and guard as safely as possible. So tech can be our best friend, but it can also be quite a hectic thing, man.
Absolutely. Listen, we've got one more level, level 4, and I need you to spot the signs. Now, you're at a shopping mall and you see a free public Wi-Fi network pops up on your phone. Now, you want to quickly check your account balance on your banking app. So what do? Do you A, connect and log in immediately, or B, use mobile data instead?
We got to surely, now that we know the waters that we are swimming in, I think we got to go with B. I don't know how else to find out if a network is secure. It's not like you can run a test through your phone or something like that.
I don't actually know that either, Dan. So
on the side
again,
of
especially when it's dealing with something sensitive as your information or banking details, rather take the safe route. Don't get something online like a Wi-Fi network that you have no idea where it comes from, because that's exactly how they get the information.
Look me in the eyes when you tell me that, Boo, because I
Come
don't
on,
do
we
it.
can do this, Mzansi. Let's go. So our answer is definitely B, using mobile data instead for this one. And I think that's the right answer, Mzansi. Obviously, unsecured networks, fake apps, malicious links can give fraudsters access to passwords, your personal info, and even apps on which you're currently active. So spot the signs, stay alert, and share what you know with your friends and family. And if you are in doubt, do the following. Contact ABSA on 0860 557 557, or you can visit ABSA Africa for more safety tips, because why? You want to protect your money, protect your story. Plus, here are a few top tips to keep in mind.
Brilliant. And there you have it. Now you've got your tips. Having that knowledge already makes you a winner and protects you. But ABSA wants to double that and give you guys the chance to win 2,000 Rand.
Yeah, and this is how you do it. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us how you stayed one step ahead to keep your mobile device secured. Now, don't forget to use the hashtag #YourStoryMatters and the hashtag #ProtectYourData in the competition. And it closes on the 2nd of April. And don't forget, your T's and C's do apply, and you can find it at expressoshow.com. Good luck.
Oh, my feel-good family, we want you to be safe online, and of course, we want you to be safe on the roads come this Easter. Yes. And one way to do that is getting a really good set of tires.
100%, my friend, because South Africans are taking to the roads in our thousands when it comes to the Easter weekend. And one critical safety factor is often overlooked: the tires that carry us. So we kick off this special series with safety specialist Keith Phelps as he unpacks the essential tire checks that could make all of the difference. Keith, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Keith, we're so glad that you're here because there are so many accidents that happen, particularly over Easter weekend. And I think that, you know, not many of us actually know just how much they could be avoided, right? So this is why we have you here, because I think that the tire plays a very big part in terms of the functionality of the entire car, right?
It does. It's one of the crucial points of a vehicle. And when you actually think about it, the tires are the only 4 components that literally carry the vehicle.
Yeah.
And people or motorists neglect it. And, you know, well, as we say in the tire industry, purchasing tires is actually a grudge buy.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy them, but you need them.
Yeah.
So what people tend to do is they shop around.
Yeah.
And it's weird, when you work in the tire industry, the first question people always ask you is, can you get cheap tires? So
I've done that.
To put it into basic perspective,
Yeah.
there are no such things as cheap tires anymore.
Yeah.
However, there are tyres that do come into the country that merely don't meet the standards, and it is posing a problem for us. So with fitting a decent, proper tyre and ensuring that your tyre is in good working order, people don't actually realize that the tyre has to carry the load of the vehicle, providing it is inflated to the correct cold inflation pressure.
Yeah.
And it's very weird because, you know, you look at people's tyres and you say, wow, your tyre's underinflated. Really? You know, this type of thing.
Yeah.
It's got to provide good cushioning and comfort.
Sure.
It's got to be able to provide steering ability for the vehicle. It's got to be able to withstand lateral forces. It's got to be able to withstand or provide better braking ability.
Yes, so it mustn't be smooth.
Exactly.
Yes.
And, you know, people are under the impression that the lower the tread on the tyre becomes, the better the vehicle handles, which is not the case. You know, this is why we manufacture tyres to ensure that they provide maximum grip at all times.
Amazing.
So you guys are making incredible tyres for South Africa and all around the world. How do we then know that we've got a really good, reputable tyre that we're buying?
What we always say to motorists is fit the correct tyre for the correct application. You know, only too often we see motorists that are driving big SUV vehicles, and the OEMs, the motor vehicle OEMs, fit a tyre for that specific vehicle.
Okay.
It's got to be able to carry the load. It's got to be able to provide sufficient traction for that vehicle.
Yeah.
And what happens is that people are under cost constraints, and invariably what they do is, instead of buying a reputable tyre, they will then go and purchase a tyre that is not really suited for that vehicle. And at the end of the day, when the tyre wears out a lot faster, or the tyre cannot provide sufficient braking or cornering, and an accident happens, this is where you run into problems.
Oh, goodness. So instead of purchasing Dunlop, they purchase Dulop. They don't get the job done.
Invariably, what happens is we call them buy now, keep in a cool place tyres.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yes.
So to give you an idea, these are some of the tyres that are coming into the country illegally, and they are posing a significant problem to the local tyre manufacturers. And you know, at the end of the day, Dunlop South Africa, we surround ourselves with quality. Quality and safety.
Love
It
that.
is the crucial point when motoring or fitting tyres to a vehicle.
And Keith, we don't have a lot of time left, so this is why I need to please ask you, how do we then know that we need to actually go and make sure that our tyres are then now fitted for new tyres? How do we know that they're old and that they're not fit for us to take a trip to Bloemfontein from Johannesburg for Easter weekend?
Okay, so my advice to you is if you are unsure, go to your nearest Dunlop dealer or reputable tyre dealer.
Yeah.
What you're then going to do is just ask the guy or the tyre dealer to check that you have sufficient tread remaining on the tyre. Number one, that is the most crucial point.
Yes.
Second of all, check that the tyre has got no lumps or bulges on the side of the tyre.
Okay.
That is very important, because with our wonderful roads and the potholes and that, people are impacting tyres, and invariably what happens is you end up with a bubble on the side of the tyre.
Sure.
And as you're aware, you can only blow a balloon up to a certain point, and then what happens?
It pops.
bursts.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what happens. So it is very important that you check that the tyre is in good fit standard to be able to do the journey.
Yeah.
And what I always say to the motorists is look at it as if a tyre is running a marathon. Because as that tyre rotates, it's running a marathon.
Yeah.
So you have to ensure that that tyre can handle the distance for that marathon that it's going to be running.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, we're going to see you quite a few times here on Expresso. We're very excited for the series and, of course, keeping all the South Africans safe on our roads.
100%.
Perfect.
Yes, and Mzansi, you got to know that Dunlop is committed to helping keep you, your family, and every road user safe. So now it's time to do your part by sharing this knowledge with everyone so you too can contribute to safer roads, right?
100%. And remember, if this is your reminder to check your tires, inspect them, and go check your tire pressure today. We're going for a quick ad break.
The Grand Trek 85 and Dunlop Motorsport range, made for South African roads and adventures. Dunlop Tires South Africa, taking you beyond.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Pickled fish, pickled fish, pickled fish. I'm just going to say it, get it over with. Come on, it's here. Okay, no, it is a beloved Cape Malay cuisine classic. And it's been enjoyed for generations with good reason, especially over the Easter weekend. It comes out to shine. It is a flavorful, packed favorite for Good Friday or even Easter Sunday and today. You can even have it for breakfast right now. But we're going to give you two simple ways to elevate it and turn it into a fresh, light lunch. And of course, we've been talking about online this morning the tradition of pickled fish, the hot cross buns, the pickled fish. Were those always the same tradition for you, or did it take a bit longer to get you over onto the pickled fish side?
Nah, man, like growing up with this stuff, it was like a staple in Easter. I actually look forward to it so much. We would be traditionally eliminating meat and stuff, but the old school way, just a hot cross bun with butter, pickle fish on the side, or maybe pickle fish with some toast. That's it. That's life right there. Pickle fish has changed though for me because it used to be like a snook version, and I would hate the bones, like getting through it all.
Have to work through it.
When the hate came through, man.
And the beautiful white, I obviously moving down to Cape Town was introduced to it, but we are so blessed when we get introduced to cuisine. It's generally through someone who is hugely emotionally invested or has kind of lived that truth for a long time, so you get the best of. So I've been very spoilt with my introduction to pickled fish and hot cross buns. But I figured we need to be able to show people something different, way of elevating something to zhuzh it up, just for yourselves, never mind.
But I can't do that for you, G. I'm not that guy.
Well, there is only one man who can zhuzh up a recipe. Jay is going to step in and help us elevate our pickled fish.
Steps in with elevation.
Breakfast is on you, my
I'm
friend.
so glad that let's not entertain the conversation about pickled fish and hot cross buns, but I'm glad that we've got actual bread.
Bread. I know, no, 100%. And I think that's why Carissa stayed off today, was purely not to have this argument with me, or I was going to force her to eat pickled fish right here on the show. No, I love the fact that we're dealing with the flavor we kind of know, but in different ways.
Exactly.
And a very strong flavor, right?
Very strong flavor, you know, very distinctive. So very difficult to, I mean, don't change it up, you know, just find ways to use it in a way that you can still maintain the integrity of the product, but also give it a bit of zhuzh, you know, because we love that. So let's start with the lettuce cups.
Honor the ingredients.
Honor the ingredients. Perfect. And you can see we are using a lot of fresh ingredients, which is key. So for the first version, we're going to go in with some carrots, some red onion, some cucumber.
Like fresh and zesty? Yeah?
Fresh and zesty. This is lovely because it leads into brunch. It leads into appetizer for dinner. So this can really be a versatile dish that you can have in your arsenal.
I don't know what it is about it though, but it lends and leads to like a feeling of being outdoors. I don't know what it is about it, but this gives like picnic, summerish feels or something. I don't know.
We're going to savor the last few kind of weeks that we have of the beautiful weather. And I think always with an African sensibility, a South African kind of flair, we always want to take it outside and represent that. Can you hoist some lemons there?
We've got
lemon cheeks. Oh, here we go.
So that's actually for your side, Graham. Thanks, Aki, for hooking us up. So
for our cheeky cheeks.
We're going to do a little bit of a dressing here. We've got some olive oil, some lemon juice. We're going to go in with a little bit of honey, just for extra sweetness. Be careful with the honey because pickled fish is a little bit on the sweet side.
It's kind of got a sweet and sour vibe about it.
So you want to make sure that everything is balanced. So give it a taste and make sure that everything's in balance. So a little bit of a dressing.
Culinary conundrum when you added the honey. Often it's not always as like syrupy. What do you do in that instance when it's like off the spoon? Can you still mix it so easily?
If you're getting real raw honey and it's it's solidified in the fridge, maybe it's a problem with storage. But just give it a little bit of a heat up.
Nice.
Very low in the microwave, few seconds just to loosen it up.
But that's a good thing. I mean, pure honey can do that. It can crystallize. So that's always a good sign. You know what I'm thinking is the volume of fish that is going to be eaten over the coming weeks. How vitally important it is that we play our part in that production line. And when we talk about fish being sustainably caught, how important that becomes the modus operandi, not just a nice marketing ploy, but how they do business. And fish for today, fish for tomorrow is awesome. It's Woolies, their whole modality, and it's fish used for pickling is always responsibly sourced because they know the volumes that are going to be going out. And they're working with local and international organizations to meet those sustainable seafood commitments. And we have laid down a commitment and we've got to answer that. And they adhere to the highest standards when it comes to sourcing pickled fish, which is brilliant. You want to know that. Now, I hope that is how you shop, actually.
Yeah.
You must shop along those lines.
When it comes to seafood.
Oh,
very
completely.
Important.
Because I always think of like our seafood is our seafood. We live off the commerce of the seafood in the Cape, in Durban, in parts of South Africa. We live off the commerce of our hospitality industry. It's our fish. Protect it.
Come on.
And I think there's a lot of Cape Townians and I think alike that are so proud of this because it's part of like family hierarchies, family generations. It's literally sustained our people. And I still think of like a lot of the fishmongers of back in the day and how the vibes must have been. So this is almost like an ode to that heritage as well, which is special, man.
Exactly. Really heroing the integrity of the fish. And speaking of fish, Graham, I think let's go for the hake for this one.
All right, where are we? Pickled fish hake.
That is definitely
And am I right in, like, I don't know if this isn't a part of the conversation, but like, is that a yellowtail pickled fish? Is this real life?
That is yellowtail.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness. So delicious.
Yeah.
Such an amazing, versatile fish to use raw, from raw all the way to cook.
It's a chef's fish, right?
Definitely.
It's a chef's fish.
Really
and I love
it.
And the whole vibe with Woolies is that we get to pretend to be bona fide chefs.
Exactly.
And yellowtail pickled fish, absolutely beautiful. Pickled fish made with battered yellowtail fillets. I love the fact that they battered the fillets beforehand. In a mild curry sauce with onions and the bay leaves. They have to be there. And I love the sweet curry lean in, and I would imagine the fish is just going to soak
it
that up.
The batter actually adds a bit of a cakey feel to it, man. It like turns fish into a dessert. Yes, I said that. Yes,
but it's okay. Well, hey, listen, we turned hot cross buns into a savoury, so there's nothing wrong with that, guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love the presentation on this as well, man.
So basically, what we've done, we've added our veg, we've added, you know, with the dressing, we've topped it up off with the hake pickled fish, and then a drizzle of some toasted sesame seed.
Just for a bit of texture.
So brunch, appetizers sorted, easy peasy. Rao, can you please grab us a knife over there, and we'll move on to the next one. So Graham, in here, we've got some cabbage.
Vibes.
We've got some carrots. If you can just give that a toss through. Really making you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen, we're gonna go for this one. I should have specified a serrated knife, but this will do the job. So Graham, again, you know, real fresh ingredients. We've got beautiful cabbage there and carrot.
It's like a coleslaw vibe.
We're going to hit it with some lemons. These are seedless, of course, because it's Woolies.
And because when you're cooking, who has time?
Exactly.
I mean, who has time?
Then we've got some beautiful aioli that going in there.
Okay. This is the
layer the flavors.
I've been waiting for.
I'm gonna keep this for later because that's for me.
That's going into the personals.
I noticed no one has noticed the chili crunch disappearing out of our studio. The last 5 little mils in each bottle.
Was that you, Graham?
Oh man,
was that you?
But don't you obsess once you find a thing that you like? You just can't help but obsess. And I think we're going to be obsessing over these pickled fish recipes. You can find them all on expressoshow.com as we speak. And if you're tickled for pickled, will it even be Easter without the pickled fish? I don't think so, not when you're doing it like this. And we've got another fantastic Easter deal for you guys. If you buy any 2 pickled fish, so you can do the hake and the yellowtail, up until the 29th of March this year, you can do it for 200 Rand for both. And this offer only available up until the 29th of this month of March. And you can shop it all at Woolworths, available in-store, online, or on the Amazing Woolies app. And of course, those T's and C's that do apply can be found at woolworths.co.za. Look at
Beautiful.
you.
So we've put our little coleslaw, very fresh with lemon and aioli, onto our buns. We've topped that up with some more pickled fish and the onions because that's my favorite part.
Oh, for sure.
Top them up.
Funky,
and you
crunchy,
know what?
That's
beautiful. The other thing. We always over-cater with pickled fish. So this is a cool lunchbox situation. It's a lunch. It's a quick brunch. It's whatever it,
and it's
you know,
a perfect
you
size
want it to be.
of protein for your child. You know, I love that. We once made fish finger sandwiches using a sweetened version of the coleslaw, and it worked so well. And I'm thinking, with this crunch of the coleslaw, with the zinginess of it, with the slight sweetness of the curried pickled fish, marriage made in heaven.
Yeah, man. Jay, you've brought us to heaven, and I think I cannot look more forward to the Easter weekend going down, and you can too, Mzansi. Don't forget to scan that QR code when it comes up on your screen. All the inspiration you need. And speaking of inspiration, let's head to Jersey and keep that energy going right now.
I want to see Zanella's face immortalized. Come on.
My feel-good family. Now, look, a lot of the time, looking after grandkids and kids, many people say it takes a village. A lot of the time, that village is the gogo. For many South African families, a gogo is so much more than a grandmother. She is, of course, the caregiver, the teacher, and the heart of the entire home. And that's why organizations like Go Gogo Go are doing vital work supporting gogos as powerful agents of change while improving health and life opportunities for both them and the children that they raise. Now, joining us this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, it's Tlumelo, it's Maggie, and Malba. They are here from the Go Gogo organization, and they are here to share a little bit more about the incredible impact. Everybody, welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Incredible. So, Tlumelo, we've got Malba, and we've got Maggie. Incredible. So, Tlumelo, I'm going to start with you. What exactly is the Go Gogo Go organization all about? Why did you see the need to start an organization like this?
So Go Gogo Go was founded in 2020 by Jane Simmons, our executive director. We work with grandmothers raising grandchildren in South Africa. About nearly a third of children in South Africa are either being raised in a home with a grandparent or being raised by their grandparents directly. And the majority of the time, it's the grandmother who's in the primary caregiver role. And what we found is that there's this very big gap that exists in terms of the interventions that exist for grandmothers specifically. There are lots of caregiver interventions that focus on parents and even just, multi-generational households. But for grandparents, who have this huge caregiving responsibility and who are household heads and leaders of, extended units and their communities, I think for us it was very important to kind of recognize that the role they play in so many lives. I think we all have a story of a grandparent who, was so influential in our own childhoods. And I think as an organization, we kind of exist to bridge that gap and to also ensure that the work that Gogos are already doing is recognized.
What an incredible organization. I think with grandmothers and Gogos, we run to them when we're hungry, when we're hurt, when we just need a hug for 5 seconds. But they're also agents of change. So, Tlumela, I'm going to ask you exactly what that is, and then I'm going to pass it to you, Maggie and Malba, and ask you how you've implemented being an agent of change in your own life. So let's start with what it exactly is.
Okay, so when we say recognizing the work that Gogos are already doing, what we would like, the narrative we would like to change is for people to recognize that, as we get older, there's kind of the stigma that you need to be taken care of and that you become someone that you become your family's responsibility. When in actual fact, Gogos are responsible for their families too.
We rely on them more than ever.
Exactly. So for us, agency is a big part of what we do. We don't go into communities assuming that people don't have agency, but we go in wanting to kind of platform and resource and support so that, Gogos are recognized in their communities, but also by these other, kind of the greater ecosystem that exists around them.
Incredible.
That they play a vital role already, and that kind of it's also our responsibility is to ensure that role is supported, because none of us, we don't work in isolation. But I think when work goes unrecognized, it becomes very easy then to kind of have to overcome multiple burdens at a time. So I think we work across a number of programs that deal directly with the work grandparents do in terms of facilitating access to healthcare, in terms of being involved in their children's education.
And we're going to get to those programs and initiatives in a moment. Really want to hear them a bit in depth. So, Maggie, I'm going to come to you. How have you been an agent of change in your own life?
Especially being with Gogo.
Yes.
It has taught me so many things that in Alexandra, where we come from, where we live, we are living with our own children and our grandchildren and our I'm a great-grandmother, as you see me.
Incredible.
I am, all glory to God. And I'm so proud of it. I am really so proud of it, being a great-grandmother. And boys only, I've got 11 of them.
Do you want a number 12, just so you can get a girl?
This is for them to look after them. I'm not going to look after another one, but I love them. Yeah, and it teaches us, how to look after yourself, how to create something that can bring at least an income within the family. And what we, as Gogos looking after children in our homes is, it's culture. Okay, what we're following. Culture belongs to any nation. And with my culture, I can lift a flag up for my culture. And a culture is something that you teach a child. Let's start with this one. A child cannot stand up while talking to an elder. You have to sit down, ask your elder what you're needing, what you want. This is everything that's within Gogo. Okay. And when we stay at home with them, we must see that those kids are fed, there's food at home, kids are going to school, kids, we have water, there's electricity, and everything that's needed within a home.
Yes, they are your responsibility.
Yes,
incredible.
yeah, yes.
Melba, I'm going to come to you. Gogo just said that we have to look after ourselves too, because we're forgetting that you are doing this life thing for the first time too. You also need to put your health at the forefront. You also have to put your well-being first. What are some of the challenges that you face while looking after yourself, but then also raising children?
There's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges. Just like being a sole breadwinner at home, you know, as a gogo, and most of our kids are not working, and you have to feed these grandchildren because they are your grandchildren. There's no other way you can do it on the other way, but simply because we still have those things we're taught about our grandparents also, we have to pass them by doing it just to make ends meet and have something on the table at the end of the day, teaching these kids these things that we can do a little rather than to go and steal or doing other things of which are out of order. If we pass these things to them, then we can make ends meet at the end of the day and have something on the table.
Right. And let me tell you, I'm sure your grandkids are looking at you on TV right now at home every day. They go, that's my superhero. That's my Gogo and she's my superhero. So Melo, you just touched on some of the initiatives and the programs that you guys have there at Go, 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 Go. Take me through those.
So just a few of our core programs. One of them is iGogo, which is our digital literacy program, where we, just over about 10 days, we take Gogos through just basic internet training on how to use just some basic apps to ensure that they're also part of the digital transformation that we've been seeing at least for the past 6 years. You know, and then where upon graduation, Gogos receive a tablet to take home to ensure that there's also an internet-enabled device that's in the home to support their grandchildren's learning as well. We have Gogo Care, which is a program that works with grandmothers who have either a pregnant mother or a new mother at home to kind of just build a network in the community of Gogos and to share knowledge on how to support new mothers, you know, during the antenatal and perinatal phase. We have Masifunde Gogo, which is our intergenerational learning workshop.
Incredible.
Which we have mini libraries installed in Diepsloot, in Alexandra, and we're looking to get one installed in Soweto as well.
Well, you guys are just making your mark all over South Africa, all over Mzansi. You're doing incredible work. I know you said you have 24 grandkids. You have 4. Look into that camera right now and just say, hello, my babies.
Hello, my grannies. Hello, my babies. I love you.
There we go. Feel good, family. It is a very clear reminder that not every hero has to wear a cape, and we have them walking around us every single day. It really is a beautiful reminder of just how much Gogos do, often quietly and without recognition, to care for the people around them, and from raising children to supporting health and well-being in the home. The impact is felt across generations, and when we support Gogos, well, we're ultimately supporting stronger, healthier communities for everyone out there.
3 pains, 1 hero. Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
You might be getting ready for your morning or already on the move when pain makes its presence felt, and that is when Tri-Park makes all the difference. Tri-Park offers triple relief for headaches, toothache, and colds and flus. It's ready to work in just 8 seconds, so you can keep your morning moving. Tri-Park, the pain powder Gogo trusts to keep close, and of course, every day when everyday pain hits.
3 pains, 1 hero. Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, what's happening, Mzansi? Welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The show is on the road officially. We're absolutely loving everything about this morning, especially the fact that I get to plug you in on all the latest. Now, I've got live updates coming through on my side, which I'm going to plug you in on, but a reminder that there's so much still to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're talking about big superstars like Nadia Nakai, which I believe is entering the building, so we get a lot of excitement going on. But for now, though, I know that many of you are still heading out on the roads, so let's see how we can assist you. Now, I've got the latest plug. Now let's roll it on, because in Johannesburg, Edenvale to be specific, an accident has been reported on the N12 eastbound, and that's before Edenvale Road. Now all lanes are currently closed. Daily commuters can expect significant delays and are advised to remain patient as emergency personnel attend to the scene. Well, carrying on with the latest when it comes to all things traffic related, and Somerset West is on the list next. In Cape Town, congestion is building on the N2 outbound before Victoria Road. You can see this from the visuals, but daily road users can expect slight delays and are advised to proceed with caution. Well, officially, we've got you out on the road safely. Now let's make sure that we can get you outside dressed up with success. Now we're going to bring on weather next, so let's start off in Polokwane. Now you're going to be starting off your Thursday with partly cloudy conditions. Rain chance at 15% and temperatures starting at a warm 19, rising to a steady 31 degrees. Now looking ahead, cloudy and wet conditions will persist, with temperatures remaining in the lower 30s. Klerksdorp's up next, and you can expect some afternoon thunderstorms, a 35% chance of rain. Temperatures starting off at 17, reaching a pleasant 27 max, and you can expect a wet period ahead with temperatures in the upper 20s. Moving over to Pretoria up next, and partly cloudy skies are expected today with a 35% chance of rain. Now, temperatures do range between 18 and 29 degrees, but in the upcoming days you can expect mostly wet conditions to stick around, averaging around 31%. Moving over to Johannesburg, and you're going to be starting off Thursday with isolated thunderstorms and rain chanced at 35%. Your temperatures begin at a low of 16, reaching a high of 24. And in the days ahead, expect cloudy and wet conditions with temperatures between 15 and 25 degrees. Over in Mbumbela, that's Mbumbela, you can expect mostly sunny skies with rain chance at 35%. Temperatures rising from a warm 21 to a hot 30 degrees. And a wet week lies ahead with rain forecast at 45% tomorrow and 50% on Sunday. Over in Bloemfontein, expect some morning drizzle with rain chanced at 45% for the day, and temperatures climb from 17 to a comfortable 24 degrees. Now looking ahead, you can expect rainy conditions to stick around with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s. We take it from Bloemfontein and we move down to the coast in Richards Bay. Now you'll start your Thursday with partly cloudy skies, rain chance at 35%, and temperatures ranging from a warm 23 to a hot 31 degrees. Now for the remaining days, expect cloudy and humid conditions with temperatures in the lower 30s. Now over in Durban, sticking to the coast, and you're waking up to partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures start from a warm 23, climbing to a comfortable 28. And looking ahead, cloudy skies persist with light showers coming in during the weekend. Looking at Mtata's up next, with isolated thunderstorms seem to be the theme in South Africa, and it's happening in your part of town too. Rain is forecast at 30%, and you can expect temperatures to rise from 18 to 27 degrees today. Coming days, rainy conditions continue with Saturday's forecast at 80%. In Cradock, the thunderstorms continue. Rains chanced at 30% in your town. Temperatures move from a pleasant 18 to a hot 32 degrees, and you are definitely in for some wet starts to your weekend, with rainfall chanced at 65% tomorrow. In GQ Mbeya, you're in for a sunny yet windy day. You've got speeds of up to 18 kilometers per hour coming through from the south. Temperatures climbing from 16 to a pleasant 28 degrees, and mostly sunny skies seem to be dominating the remaining days, with tomorrow's forecast at 40% chance of rain. We move over to George next, and it looks like mostly sunny skies. Light southeasterly winds at 16 kilometers per hour, and temperatures rising from a cool 15 degrees and set to a max of 24 degrees. Now looking ahead, you can expect mostly humid and sun-filled skies with temperatures in the lower to mid 20s. Over here out in Cape Teasy, the waves are cooking. That I can definitely tell you, and I'll be out in Muses if you want to join me. You can start your Thursday out in the ocean or under partly cloudy skies with scattered showers in places. Temperatures ranging from 13 to a warm 22 degrees. Now in the days ahead, you can expect partly sunny conditions with temperatures in the lower 20s. Moving to Sutherland, and you're in for a bright day, a sun-filled day, very rare. And you've got moderate winds coming from the northwest, temperatures climbing from a cool 14 into an inviting 28 degrees. And looking ahead, mostly sunny skies remain with a 40% chance of rain expected tomorrow only. Kimberley's up next, and today you're expecting isolated thunderstorms, rain forecast at 45%, and temperatures will range between 17 and 25 degrees. Now in the coming days, temperatures remain in the 20s, with scattered showers averaging around 40%. And of course, last but not least, our peas. And what a polar contrast to what they usually expect. Isolated afternoon thunderstorms are coming through. Rain in your region, a chance at 55%. Temperatures starting at 20 and still climbing to a high of 29. Now looking ahead, Friday to Sunday, partly cloudy conditions and slight chances of showers. The rest of the weather patterns for the country is what you can see right now. And seeing as KZN has just been rolling in the most incredible sunrise views, let's just keep that theme going. And for our third edition, we're back in KZN, and this one is from Willie or Villy. I don't know which one it is, but I can be grateful because, again, the colors that have come through from KZN this morning, get out of here, guys. It's been absolutely incredible. I am blown away by the beauty you've shared with us this morning, and I think KZN is a pure winner. If you're looking for an incredible place to head down to, well, then, of course, KZN is where it's at. I can't thank you enough for sharing these sunrise views with us, Mzansi. We absolutely love them, and we are relishing in the opportunity to share it with you. And I think that G-Man is definitely doing the same. 7 o'clock, we started off with an absolute banger, and it just seemed to be the theme of the entire day as we went through the hour. So Mzansi, I will do it all again tomorrow morning, but I think G-Man has some comments to share on how beautiful these pictures really are. Right, bro? Right?
For once, you're trying to drag us out of our studio. I love it. Thank you for choosing to wake up with us and affect our mood in that way as well. Gotta love the love. And we've also got to love the difference. And it's something we speak a lot about on our show. It is Woolworths South Africa food podcast, and they are able to live that difference. Hosted by the incredible Sibongile Mafu and Steve Steinfeld. It's released weekly, and it features conversations with chefs, with incredible innovators, food producers, and we all explore how South African culinary trends are developing, and we get those insider stories behind Woolies' exceptional quality products, because it is kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory back there sometimes. So we recently joined them on set to get a beautiful glimpse of the behind the scenes action. Take a look.
What's the difference? RX19, camera 1, 2, 3, 5, Mule Slate 20, take 1, audio sync, marking it.
Hi, my name is Mimi Thurgood. I'm the content lead for food at Woolies, and at the moment we're making a podcast called What's the Difference?
Hello and welcome back to What's the Difference, a Woolies podcast. I'm Sibongile Mafu. I am a radio presenter, a content creator, and a successful podcast host, alongside my co-host, Steve Steinfeld.
Since you are indeed. I'm Steve Steinfeld. I'm a food critic, restaurant reviewer, and yeah, I'm Sib's co-host.
What's the Difference podcast is a podcast just about conversations around food. It doesn't mean it's only about food, it's about all aspects of life. My approach as a host is to really, I think, bring the food knowledge into the conversation, doing what I do, being in restaurants, being in food, but at the same time, just being a naturally curious person. When tuning in, I think you can expect to hear an array of different topics. We have such incredible guests. We talk about family, we talk about childhood, we talk about work, basically anything that makes, these incredible guests of ours different. And in addition to that, finding out more about Woolworths, which I think we all have those Woolworths questions, and the fact that Woolworths has been so open to letting us ask them and bringing in the right people who can answer them has been a lot of fun.
The best thing about the job that I do and being able to do this podcast is that I'm just a curious person. I need to find out every little thing about you. And so curiosity is a big part of why I decided to do this. And being able to be vulnerable at our kitchen table, share your stories, be nostalgic about your childhood, where you grew up, and also kind of share with us what got you to where you are. We want to hear about your failures, your successes, the people you met along the way that helped you on your journey. So really it is about opening up, being vulnerable, having a lot of fun. The type of topics that you can expect to hear on the podcast, it varies depending on the guest that we have, but the common themes that run through the podcast are people who have achieved amazing things, but also with Woolies values in particular around sustainability, around how they source what they have in store. It also kind of leans into, the guests and how they move through their careers and through their lives.
I tell people that tripe is not African. They're like, that's our traditional food. I'm like, what tradition? Yeah, my grandfather. I'm like, no, Chief, it's not ours. They're like, yeah, but you see, you're too fancy, Chief. I'm like, no. Guys, a whole animal it's a way of life.
It's important for Woolies to be known for quality, sustainability, and innovation, because these are three pillars that the customer is always looking for. Quality, I think we all need quality in our lives. And what you put in is what you get out. And generally, if you put in good quality into your body, you'll have better health. Actually, in the long term, it will be more sustainable and cheaper for you. And from a sustainability perspective, we want to leave the earth and its contents better for our kids than we have. And we have something to give back. It's not all about just taking out, it's about giving back. And then from an innovation perspective, your customer is so glued up nowadays. They're on social media, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok, and they know what the trends are. And if you're not on trend, they will quickly tell you you're not on trend.
All South Africans should tune into What's the Different podcast, because there is such a diverse range of people. There's so much knowledge to be shared, and ultimately it's a delicious podcast. Conversations like this are so important to get our message across to the consumer, because ultimately there's so many questions about what's going on. Why does your food last so long? Why is it fresher than everywhere else? Where does it come from? And we can really unpack all of those things on this platform.
With Woolies, there's something new that comes out every time. So,
what's new this week? My dirty little secret with Woolies is the little roly-polies. 5 in a sleeve. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 of those, no problem. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious.
There are a few different reasons we wanted to launch this podcast. If you look at the podcast market in South Africa, the landscape, the number one thing that podcast listeners are looking for is food and beverage content. On the other side of things, as a content creator, most of our channels are really short. So in the store, we only have like 7 or 8 words to tell our stories. On social media, we have between 6 and 30 seconds, maybe a minute. We have such amazing stories and such incredible people, and we really, really wanted to share that with our audience. Transparency means everything to Woolies. It's in our values. We really want to work in the most ethical way possible. We always want to have integrity in everything we do, whether that's making our product, whether that's creating our comm strategy, or whether that's making a podcast. So that's why we chose Sibs and Steve to be our hosts and not like someone who works at Woolies. We wanted them to have that fresh mindset, for them to be curious themselves about the Woolies process.
how do you know what I'm going to like 6 months, a year from now?
I do know that as a customer, you do want some excitement, you know.
Yeah. Surprise me.
Yes, exactly. So that you can also show off and be like, oh, guys, I tried this.
Check out my spring water ice.
Exactly.
And that is What's the Difference? A Woolworths podcast.
Sibs, until next time.
Yeah. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for taking us inside what actually makes the difference. And you can tune into What's the Difference podcast each week for those awesome insider stories and get the latest on food trends, some, as we can see, engaging conversations and the latest exciting product launches from Woolies as well. Maybe you'll get ahead of the field.
Yeah, now with Sibongile, Mafu and Steve Steinfeld at the helm, I think it's clearly true that it's a treat every single week, baby.
All right, so Skimmer are in the studio, which it means dusk. I don't know if you picked up in the... I'm learning new things every day. And they are swimming upstream. Strum Up is their new single. It sounds moody, it sounds beautiful. And yes, there is a lot of chemistry there because they are married. Okay, so they're not just a duo. There is a lot of love in their music, and we love that.
And I can see the sound checker right now giving us a wave, and they are officially ready to serve you, Mzansi, as well as our superstar entering the building. Nadia Nakai is here, one of the superstars heading to the island. And,
she's got the guns now, dude.
The guns are the ones that we came for, and we get to see it live right here on your Feel Good Breakfast
She
Show.
is
There
ready.
she is, and we'll see her live in just a bit, guys. See you around the corner.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh man, let's make it rain. Lots of cash this March. I just love saying that. It's just such a nice thing to say. Imagine the cash falling down around you. Well, Daily Lotto and Daily Lotto Plus are giving you that opportunity. 600,000 reasons why. Those are the randellas that are sitting in the jackpot today.
So let's find out how we can dance in this rain of money and not get left behind. So you can buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. You've got the option of a mobile app, or you can use cell phone banking.
And we'll keep the deets on the Expresso socials with some amazing content. Our team is on fire at the moment. So go and get some little Easter eggs from a content perspective, but we'll keep all of those details up there so you've got no excuses. Go and play your Daily Lotto for 450,000 Rand, and then play Daily Lotto Plus for an added 150 grand. Just take it.
Yeah, lots of money up on for grabs, and lots of entertainment because, yeah, Skimmers in the building. Josie, what's happening?
My Feel Good family, look, die twee mense wat verlief is in die lewe and of course in music. They're about to give you all that warmth and love right back at you in the form of a beautiful performance. Everybody make some noise. It is Skimmer with Strum Up.
staan waar die rivier begin. Langs die water, ek kyk op jou gesig, trek my in.
Jy roep my naam, ja ek wil saam. Kom 'n bietjie nader, ek wil sien waarheen ons gaan.
Jy het nie gevra vir maklik of vir regheid nie. Nie gedink dat strome vol van draai is nie.
Jy is waar ek hoor, my ware noord. Selfs in die stroom, is jy altyd my soort. Ek volg jou stroom op, selfs al is dit nie maklik nie. Jy is my pad, jy is my hoop, ek gee nie op nie. Ek swem stroom op, 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 op. Teen elke golf wat my wil stop, op, 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 op. Want liefde kies nie altyd die kort pad nie. Dus jy en ek, dis net ons vier. Die water, die wind en ek en jy. Saam met jou sal ek stroom op, bly stroom op, 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 op. Stroom op, 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 op.
En die koue nag, ek sal my stroom vat jou elke dag.
Jou kies ek weer, wees sonder vrees. Nie bang vir wat om elke draai mag wees. Ek volg jou stroom op, selfs al is dit nie maklik nie. Jy is my pad, jy is my hoop, ek gee nie op nie. Ek swem stroom op, 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 op. Teen elke golf wat my wil stop, op, 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 op. Want liefde kies nie altyd die kort pad nie. Dus jy en ek, dis net ons vier. Die water, die wind en ek en jy. Saam met jou sal ek stroom op, bly stroom op, 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 op. Stroom op, 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 op. En as ons morgens dryf ons saam. En elke stroom sing ek jou naam. Elke dag sal ek bly kies om teen die stroom te swem by lief. Ek swem stroom op, 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 op. Teen elke golf wat my wil stop, op, 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 op. Want liefde kies nie altyd die kort pad nie. Dus jy en ek, dis net ons vier. Die water, die wind en ek en jy. Saam met jou sal ek stroom op, bly stroom op, 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 op. Stroom op, op, op. Die water, die wind en ek en jy. Saam met jou sal ek stroom op, bly.
Incredible. Look, one thing that Zad and I have been told is never date within the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working out quite well, right?
Very
over
well,
here.
my sister. Did you see that chemistry? Like, oh man, this is absolutely what we love. And this is why you also got to stick around because, my friends, we still got a lot that is as good as this coming up, such as Nadia Nakai, who's bringing the boss energy to Tropical Island of Treasure.
And you guys know they absolutely love cooking over there in Cape Town. So all of that and so much more. Also another performance by them. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Skimmer! Woo!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is indeed your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And Mzansi, it's always so good to be with you. Over and over again. I want you to go off into the day with the right kind of energy. So let me give you something to be excited about. It is the fact that Tropica Island of Treasure is back, baby, and it's bigger than ever because we're bringing together some of the biggest personalities in the whole entire country. Now, one such person who's joining us on the couch today is none other than a queen of cosmetics, a queen of rap, and somebody who always comes with that bold, beautiful energy and makes sure that her presence is felt. Thank you very much. I'm talking about none other than Nadia Nakai. Now, look, we've seen Braga in many different spaces, but we've never seen her on Tropica Island of Treasure. So I am so excited to see which side this is going to bring out when it comes to season 12. And yes, my friend, it's going to be huge. But before we get to hearing from her what it is she's going to be bringing, let's get into the world of the queen, Nadia Nakai. Check this out.
My name is Nadia Nakai. I'm a musician, reality TV star, and cosmetics company owner. I'm tenacious, I'm funny, outgoing, and a hard worker. I mean, all of that in a package. What else can you actually, want, babes? I think what people underestimate about me is that I'm a go-getter. People think a lot of the things that I've achieved were just handed to me, but I work hard, I grind, I manifest. When I've got my mind set on something, I don't stop until I achieve it, okay, and I'm not scared to get some dirt behind my nails. I think what made me decide to enter this competition this time around is I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted something that was completely different to what I normally do. I think this year is the year that I want to expand. I just want to experience new things and push myself to the limits and see what type of person I really am. I'm a competitive person by nature. You know, I mean, if I need to cheat, I'm a cheat, but I'm a win. I mean, the whole point of cheating is to not get caught. So, I'm kidding, but I'm not really. I think the type of partner that I'd work best with to win is someone that's a problem solver, a strategist, somebody that's a leader. Somebody that can kind of foresee the different outcomes of whatever challenge we're facing and be like, okay, cool, I think this is the best way to maneuver it. I'm the perfect person to win Tropica Island of Treasure with you because I'm determined, I'm forward-thinking, and I don't like losing. So you're gonna want this girl on your team because I'm not giving up.
Oh, what an incredible look into Nadia Nakai's life. And look, you guys can have a lot more of her come season 12 of Tropica Island. Season 12, Nadia. Hi. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
How are you ladies doing?
We're so good. You look so beautiful so early in the morning.
Too. Oh my gosh, it's very early in the morning. Thank you for bringing me out.
Okay, so first question, how do you feel that you are officially going to the island?
I'm excited because it's something that I've never done before. I'm used to competition because of being in the hip hop industry and rap. It's very competitive by nature, but nothing like this where you have to be with a team member, the way you probably have to do obstacles and strategic planning and how to win. Yes. I'm extremely competitive and I will cry. Oh. I will have tears.
I love that.
I know myself because I know if I don't win, I'm crying. If you're not doing what I'm telling you, I'm crying. So please, just look.
Fair warning.
Do
you know what I love? I love when as a presenter, you're able to, promise things, but then it's already going to be there. You know when I'm going to be like, there's going to be tears. There's going to be competition. Nadia,
I'm going to be there.
Yes. My Nadia, very quick question, especially as a queen of rap. Is hip-hop really back?
Hip-hop never left. I just think that there's always just different seasons for different times. I mean, music is supposed to be developed, it's supposed to evolve. You can never say that hip-hop was ever dead because the musicians were still dropping music. I was still dropping music. There's people that like hip-hop, there's people that like amapiano, there's people that like three-step. There's always a palette for every person that is in the world, generally. So it's just getting a little bit more exciting now, but I feel like because hip-hop artists know how to chat. There's a lot of conversations that are happening right now in my genre. But otherwise, hip-hop was never dead. It just fluctuates. That's the way it is.
That's our girl. You said there's a season and there's a time for everything. Yeah. Why is it a season and a time for you now to head on over to the island and you're like, this is my time?
I think because right now I'm at the stage in my life where I'm not trying to be competitive in the music industry anymore. I feel like I've done that.
Really?
100%. I don't want to be I appreciate you saying I'm the queen of rap and that's a fact.
Oh,
but honestly, I'm not trying to
run the race like that anymore, like how I used to when I was a little bit younger. Not saying I'm old, I'm still young too, but I feel like I've accomplished things that I wanted to accomplish for myself in the genre that I'm in. And I'm just like, this is the right time to do something completely different. Even like with my makeup brand, I'm working on that because I want to do the business side of things. I really want to infiltrate that kind of arena that I haven't been like really prone to as much as hip hop. So yeah, I mean, just in a different space, in a different energy. Big girl vibes.
But big girl energy, which we absolutely love. And I mean, babe, I feel like you're giving that because you're genuinely looking into so many different aspects of your life at the moment. Just like you said, your cosmetics brand and everything. What's driving you the most at the moment? Since it's not, I want to be at the top of the hip hop game. What's making Nadia wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to come slay on Expresso?
Because I want to create legacy, one, and I also want to understand how to create different funnels of income, because as a musician, if you're not on stage performing, you're not making money. If you're not making brand deals, you're not making money. Whereas like with my makeup and cosmetics company, yes, I have to be very involved and I have to be like in it completely 110%, but the store manages itself. I don't physically have to be there. The online website manages itself. I don't physically have to be putting the product in the packages and send it to people. You know what I mean? So, and I want to be able to create passive income for me because, like I said, I want to be able to have kids. I want to get married. I want to do the whole shebang, and I don't want to feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the club and then come and breastfeed. Like I'm planning my future, like what I want my future to look like in a couple years.
And you know what's going to help you with that? A share of $1 million.
I mean,
I can see that much, darling.
I think it's mine already.
So then how are you going to get it, Nadia? Tell us.
Well, firstly, whoever enters the competition to be my partner, you have to be very serious, babes, because you have to know me. Because I can't do it alone. I need to have an amazing partner. But I also think at the end of the day, I want to still have fun. Even though it's a competition, I don't want it to be too serious. I don't want us to get depressed and angry at each other like that. I still really want the route to be fun, having a good time, being on an amazing island somewhere in this world, drinking amazing Tropica, and, you know, having fun at the same time. So it's like playing heads up at home after dinner. That's how I'm kind of like treating it. But the winning is $1 million.
I just got goosebumps.
That $1 million, that $1 million could actually start the generational wealth that we are all looking for. What would you say is your biggest strength and your biggest weakness going onto the island?
I think my biggest strength is I am very strategic. I feel like, like I say, in hip-hop, the genre that I'm in, you have to be kind of very reactive of what's going on. If somebody says something weird about you, we're dropping a diss track. If you know what I mean? So it's like very like, okay, reactive of what's happening. You have to be very current. And it's also very honest because as a musician like me, you have to speak real life raps. So like what's going on in your real life is what you're transcending into your music. So for me, it's authenticity. I think it's just making sure that, you know, I have to be able to like suss. The funny thing about like, I've met the other cast members and I know it's a competition, but I feel like
you love them.
I love them already. Like we're so down, like we're good.
It's so funny. Lalela said, she was like, Tropica's brought us here to be against each other, but now we're friends. Forgive me, it was Amanda. Amanda said that. And now I'm just like, guys, wait until the island and there's your share of $1 million on the line.
I'm so sad because we're probably gonna hate each other, and I don't like that idea because I really love everybody in season 12. So I'm really excited about it, but I'm also gonna suss out like weaknesses because I don't like Lalela. I'm like, don't underestimate her. You know?
Agreed.
Yeah, she
because
looks
everybody's
like...
saying Custer, but I think Custer is the most, I mean, forefront one that we're all scared of. But then you have to look at the quiet ones, the bubbling under ones.
I mean, the last time it was the team that was losing in episode 1 that won in episode 12. So we will get to talking about that a little bit more. Because, listen, family, we need to actually challenge Nadia and see if she is actually ready for Tropical Island of Treasure season 12.
And of course, we are putting her to the challenge. She doesn't know what it is just yet, but it has these info.
Oh, you got to stick around. And then we're also going to be jumping on into the kitchen yet again. We know you like to go into the day knowing what you're going to eat. So we're going to give you a recipe for later on tonight, okay? Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break and we'll see you after this.
my feel-good breakfast show.
Find relief and feel better with Alsanic. Just 5 mils or 1 tablet goes a long way, and Alsanic is available without a prescription.
Yep, over the counter indeed. And I think we all know that uncomfortable burning feeling in our chest after eating, maybe heartburn that just keeps on coming back, repeating. It could actually be linked to a peptic ulcer. And that's where Alsanic can really help. Alsanic works by coating your stomach lining with a protective layer, literally from the inside, helping to shield it from irritation for up to 6 hours. And it's also super easy to use, just 5 mils, in fact, of the suspension or 1 tablet can help protect your stomach during the day. And of course, you can keep an eye out for Alsanic's updated packaging as well, coming to pharmacy shelves soon. Same value. Plus, Alsanic is giving you guys the chance to win one of 5 2,500 Rand cash send vouchers. Maybe I should have started with that. So head over to the Alsanic Facebook page and enter the competition today. Good luck.
Find relief and feel better with Alsanic. Just 5 mils or 1 tablet goes a long way, and Alsanic is available without a prescription.
My feel-good family, the beautiful Nadia Nakai, is still with us. We said, listen, we're going to put you up to your first challenge ahead of Tropical Island Season 12. Are you up for it?
I'm a little bit scared, but
You're
I'm
a little
up for it.
scared.
I'm
Okay, so this is how it's going to work. We've got a bunch of Tropical bottles over there. This is point A. The end of the carpet there is point B. We've got 3 rounds. First round, all you have to do is go from point A to point B, but with the Tropica here on your cup,
Without
on your
touching
head.
it.
Without touching it, you must balance it.
Okay.
And there's also a time limit.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, what's your favorite Tropica flavor?
I love
here?
the cheesecake.
Let's grab that one. Okay, point A over there, my Nadia. Do we have the timer set, everybody?
I don't know if it's going to balance.
You're going to have to
Oh, it's
time
going to
it,
balance.
sister.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, the timer has, big leaps. Okay, lunges.
I got long legs.
Okay, lunges. I feel like she's going to do this in 5 seconds. What do you mean? Woo! Do you want to come back?
Do I have to come back?
Come back. You can flex on us anyway. There we go. What do you know about that? All right. Round number 2. This is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
We've got the timer again.
Same bottle.
Same bottle.
Okay.
Point A to point B. This time, we're hopping on 1 leg, my girl.
No, that's crazy.
Let's try. Are you ready?
Okay.
Timer set. And in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Nadia. You see, she can't do the lunges now. Oh. Ah! You have to stop back. You have to go back.
No, that's ridiculous. Come on.
3, 2,
I'm not a unicorn.
Go. Hop. Hop. There we go. 2.
Ah! No,
Start
this
again.
is impossible.
What's the timer on? We've got 15 seconds left. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Hop. Hop.
No, this is impossible.
Let's try with the can. Maybe that'll switch things up.
Did you try this before you started making
Yes,
me
and
do this?
obviously I got it all
Is
the way
it possible?
to B.
You're lying.
Okay, here we go. Hop. 1, 2, 3. I'll grab it for you. Okay.
That's impossible.
You unfortunately did not
I
get
failed
the
that.
second round. That's
Okay.
all right. We'll go through to this third round.
Okay.
Okay. All you have to do once again, point A to point B. But I'm going to be making things for you to distract you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
It's still on my head.
Still on your head.
Am
You
I
don't have
walking
to
or hopping?
You
Okay.
just have to.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to throw things at me, are you?
I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Okay, in 3, time is set. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you have to take a sip. Take a sip quickly. Okay, watch me. Okay, come back. Let's try again. We've got
Okay,
some
okay.
time. Wait. 1.
Hold on, once again. Okay. Okay.
I'm out of breath and I'm not even doing this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Watch me. I'm juggling. What?
Girl, if you hit me in the face. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Everybody, I think we might be looking at a winner right here. Why? Because she just got 2 out of 3. To
Thank
be
you.
honest, I really don't think that hopping one was fair.
That's crazy.
I was definitely lying when I said I reached point B.
Okay.
So, yeah, there we go. That might be our winner right over here, Nadia. We cannot wait to see you at Tropical Island
Thank
Season
you.
12. Wishing you everything of the best.
Thank you.
Right now, I need an ad break.
Should be out of breath. Some fits, babes. I'm going to do this.
We'll see you guys in a bit. Cheers.
Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Want in? Simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting.
Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is feeling so good. And I think we've got another reason to do exactly that. We're going to be talking about something very meaningful. We're talking about Pesach. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, but we'll find out in just a moment. And it's a very meaningful time in the Jewish calendar. It's a period of reflection, tradition, and kind of gathering family and friends around the Seder meal. Now, Tracy Klaas from A Taste of Klaas joins us with her take on what we would kind of call a classic potato latkes, but this is something you're going to want to pay attention to. So firstly, Tracy, good morning. How are you doing?
Your pronunciation was excellent. Yes. Except cedar is a tree.
Okay.
Seder.
Ah,
okay.
so
we don't sit
cedar.
around the cedar because then we'd be sitting in the garden around the tree.
Sounds nice, though. I wouldn't complain about that.
No.
But let's talk about this incredible day. We're talking about, I think it's pronounced Pesach.
Pesach, or you can say Passover in English. Pesach in Hebrew.
Okay.
So the festival of Passover is 8 days. If you're Orthodox, 7 days. If you're
Are we in that period now?
No. It starts on the night of the 1st, Wednesday the 1st.
Okay, so that's next week.
That's next
Cool,
week.
all right.
Correct.
And that's a 8-day period.
Correct. Where you do not. So it's the story for those of you who've seen The Prince of Egypt, it's the story of the Jewish exodus from Egypt.
Okay, so commemorating quite a
very
significant
release
moment,
of 400 years of slavery.
Wow.
And it is it's a festival that's very demanding because you have to clean your house of everything that's called chometz. Chometz is every bread product, anything that's not for Passover, because you eat unleavened bread. So you take everything out, you change your plates, you change your pots. And
oh my word, okay.
No, it's admin.
So
it's admin.
That's quite tough, but at the same time, maybe it means that you're also getting a little bit shredded in the process.
You
There's some
are.
possible benefits,
There
but
are possible
I think what's more
benefits.
important is not just the spiritual meaning behind this, but I think the family that come together for this occasion, right?
You've hit the nail on the head, because it is incumbent on every Jewish family to share the story of Pesach, to share the Exodus. And they would say, Lador Vador, from generation to generation. Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
Okay.
And it's fabulous. I mean, we as kids, it was our favorite time.
Yes.
You'd sing the songs, the middle piece of the matzah is hidden, and you had to find it, and the person who found it got a prize, but everyone got a prize, because after all, you got participation.
I'm loving the emotion you're sharing now, and it's so special. So let's talk about the meal.
Right. No, the meal goes... Okay, the meal is the same, depending upon where you come from. So I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. I'm from Eastern Europe.
Okay.
As opposed to the Sephardis or the Mizrahi who are from the Middle East.
Okay.
So our food is different. So, for example, we have potatoes. Now, if you are Sephardic and you're from the Middle East or Mizrahi, you can have rice. And you can have what we call kitniot, which are lentils and chickpeas, but we can't. Potatoes form an enormous base of every meal.
Yes.
And you run out of things. I mean, for those of you who've got children, you understand. Toasted cheese sandwiches. You feed your children toasted cheese sandwiches like 5 times a day, because you've got to make them to the next meal.
So this is adding to the creativity.
So now this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And they're marvellous, because a potato latke, we call them latkes, a rosti. You get hash browns.
Yes,
the difference
yes.
is between a rosti and a latke.
Yeah.
A rosti is potato and onion. A latke's got eggs, flour, salt, and potato. Okay.
And any kind of flour is fine, or does it matter?
Okay. We're going to use ordinary flour today, so that everyone... But on Passover, I make it with potato flour or ground matzah meal.
Authentic.
Yes, and it's gluten-free. It's actually
nice.
woke.
Okay.
These are woke. They woke. You can have...
This is cool. So nice gluten-free meal as well. So let's get into it.
You talk, and I'm going to sort of start doing things. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's get the oil on, because the secret is... no, that's the oven.
Yeah, that's the one.
There we
Sure.
go.
Got it. Nailed it.
No, I haven't nailed it, because the flame...
Yes, it's on.
Blue flame.
Got it.
The secret about a potato latke is the oil must be really hot, and then once you put the latkes in, you fry, and you can turn the oil down. And... we're going to have so much. And the lovely thing about this is they are so incredibly versatile, because you can have them for breakfast. You can just, like the kids are whining, they're hungry, have a latke, because you can literally, 60 mils of flour.
Okay, so this is kind of all binding it together, adding some body as well. Good flavor
now,
coming
listen,
through.
People use it. I use my fingers usually, because I'm not, I'm just going to do it like this. Okay.
Of course, you want to see the authentic way.
No, this is how it's done. We are not messing around. We're getting involved.
Adding love to it.
Yes. You're going to be lovely. Hey, always talk to your food. Very important. You're gorgeous. And you're going to be more gorgeous once. And, by the way, please note, grate potatoes on thick side of the grater, okay? Not the thin side. And they have already done it in the kitchen, because they're very efficient here. Drain out as much water as possible.
Out of the potatoes that have been shredded? Okay.
Correct. Potatoes draw a lot of water. Look, I really, really wished you could stick your finger through the camera and actually feel it.
Talk about the texture.
Yeah. Now look, I'm squeezing. You must get as much moisture out as possible.
Is there a reason for that? You don't want it to be
No, because they'll fall apart. They'll fall apart if they don't.
They won't really bind together. While we're obviously making this, and you're going to pop that in the pan right now, what is the sort of tradition that you'd follow during this time with maybe your family?
Oh, the same. We have the Passover Seder. So it's 2 nights.
Sharing the stories.
Sharing the stories. And just... trying to get through 8 days without a pizza or without a burger.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, it's
okay.
a hell of a challenge.
Everybody realizes, okay, now we understand. That's a tough one.
And feeding. I'm just checking the oil.
That's quite a cool little hack that you did there. So how do you know if the oil's ready with that
Look,
technique?
it's sizzling.
Ah.
Look, bring the camera. You can see it.
So I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera. We've got a little close-up of that right now. So Tracy's showing us a really cool way of testing if the oil is hot enough or not. Don't use the entire mixture. Just use a little bit, put a little bit in and then see if it does start to fry up. Then you know you're ready to drop the actual
Now, if I was in my
mountain.
own kitchen, I would actually wash my hands now because the stuff is sticking.
Oh, again.
But I'm not. We're in a basic studio. now, very, very important. Put the latkes in. Look at the shape, guys. I'm going to just shape one for you here. It mustn't be too thick, but it mustn't be too thin because it must be crispy on top and yummy and soft on the inside.
Oh, so this is like a journey of texture.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Food is all about texture. I mean, darling, we grow out of baby food when we're 9 months old. You know,
We
you
do.
go on to solids.
I think there's a reason for
There's
that
a
because we
reason for
realize
that,
the
'cause-
world is so much better once you start chewing.
Yes, exactly. You know, you can't have sort of mullied pumpkin for the rest of your life.
So these are looking really good because they're not falling apart. There's
No.
a sizzle. How long should it roughly take?
Until they're golden brown.
Okay, so use your eyes for this one. Poke
Use
at
your
it.
eyes, and you're going to see. And the one side will cook a lot faster than the other.
Guys, and I know Tracy's an absolute pro at this, so please don't try replicate the way she's moving this around with her hands. She's like not afraid of oil at all. Just like using your fingers to move them around. You got no fear, hey? Check at this.
No.
Wow,
There we go.
okay.
But it's not splattering. It's not full of water. Is there... Oh, look, we've got a lap over here.
Yes,
So
anything
let's
else you can just
No,
ask me.
we'll
This
just-
kitchen is well equipped. Let me tell you.
Oh, look, there's
Yeah, we've
running
got
water.
stuff to want to wash your hands again, of
Yay.
course.
Yes,
And the
I
reason
do.
why Tracy's doing this, she mentioned, obviously, it's very sticky. So this allows you to handle the product a lot better. Before we run out of time, though,
quickly.
fast forward and pretend.
Do not throttle with the latka. Okay, please. Just don't keep turning it. Let it cook on one side until it's a beautiful golden brown. Now, they've prepared ones over there.
Yes.
These are much nicer. Okay, I'm just saying. All right.
And basically, you just kind of cook it through golden brown. You add all the deliciousness to the end.
I've just turned one over here so that you can see the texture.
Ooh, it looks incredible, Tracy.
And it's so fabulous
Perfection.
because you can do, my favorite, stewed caramelized apples, salmon and cream cheese. A lovely thing for breakfast is the latkes do some mushrooms. Do mushrooms, do with a scrambled egg. And that's why I've done this recipe today, because you've got the Easter weekend coming up.
Absolutely,
You're going to have the kids home all weekend. Here you go. You saw me do this. It took 10 minutes to knock these up.
Tracy, you're amazing, and thank you so much for this dose of inspiration, showing us how delicious something like a potato can become. And I couldn't be any more prepared. So listen, Mzansi, you can prepare for Pesach beautifully, and you can find this recipe on expressoshow.com, and you can shop all the culinary needs at Woolworths because it's available in-store, online, and of course on the app. Right now, though, belly's full, so we're ready to get back to Josie with more of the good stuff.
Oh, thank you, my Ryle. I love it. Listen, we are literally about to be just absolutely amazed as a family. You met Oscar Dlamini, possibly for the first time earlier on here on Expresso, and he was tasked by making a little bit of an art piece that has my face. Now, my family, he's done it. I'm sorry, this is why I'm so nervous. I'm so excited as well. Look at the masterpiece that Oscar has done. Oscar, what do you mean? Oscar, I have to ask you.
No, it was easy because I'm used to it.
You're used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not just because my face is pretty. Okay, it's fine. But Oscar, no, I'm joking. But this is incredible. So how long did it take you exactly?
1.5 hours.
What?
Yeah.
And you did all of this and all the detail and everything?
Yes.
This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Zanzi, you must let us know, what you think about this beautiful art piece. Because honestly and truly, I'm happy. I think it looks like me. There, do you know what I mean? Let's have a look over here. Here we go. And I love it. But Oscar, take me through it. How did you put this all together? How did you really just allow all of this to come on?
Like I said, I'm used to it. So for me, it was
yes.
easy because to put my details. So It's not a problem.
I love it.
I draw every day, so...
Every day?
Every day.
That's amazing. Well, Oscar, thank you. This is now mine.
Thank you so much.
I'm very,
it's your
very-
gift from Expresso, no?
No! Don't lie! Oh my word, are you serious? Okay, apparently we have to go to an ad break. I can't believe that this is my gift. Thank you, Oscar, and a gift
Thank
from
you.
Ngiyabonga. Zanzi, we have to take a short ad break, but we will see you after this. I have a new art piece for my room. Stick around.
Hi guys, we're the Guff Girls and we're super excited to have partnered with Entiro in their Feed the Good campaign.
You stand a chance of winning one of 3 Le Creuset 5,000 Rand hampers weekly.
Head over to the Entiro website and download the Feed the Good recipe booklet.
You then cook one of these recipes, take a picture and upload it to your social media platform and tag Entiro Probiotic.
If you missed any of the details, find them in the caption below as well as the T's and C's.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You better listen. Make it rain lots of cash this March when you play your Daily Lotto and Daily Lotto Plus, because 600,000 Rand is sitting in that guaranteed jackpot today.
Oh, it's a lot of money, and I don't want you to get left behind. Buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, or you got cell phone backing. You got options, baby.
Go and do it. 600,000 Rand is waiting, but right now, a skimmer is waiting just for us. And if you're in a relationship going through those hard yards, maybe it feels like you're swimming upstream, they might have some beautiful emotional words to feed that beautiful journey. Yes, because they're all about the love. Here it is, Skimmer. The floor is yours.
Oh, we love what you did there, Graham. And yes, this is how we close out the show.
It is, of course, Skimmer with Net Een Soon.
Jy weet die sonneblom word die son, want sonder sonne goed kan dit dan blom. Ek moet eers weggaan om terug te kan kom, dis hoe dit is. Ek brand my vingers as ek probeer om weg te loop van jou af, ek sweer. Mens sal dink ek het my les geleer, maar elke keer ek weet, ek kom altyd weer terug, want my asem raak op en jy is my lig om te leef.
another feel-good production.
Soos die bloed wat deur my vloei.
Jy is my suurstof en jy is my brood. Jy is my oorvloed in 'n hongersnood. Die tipe sielskos wat jy nie kan koop. En dis hoekom ek weet, ja ek weet, ek kom altyd weer terug, want my asem raak op en jy is my lig om te leef en te wees onmoontlik om te doen. Sonder jou sal my hart staan, elke keer as ek val sal jy my vang. Die veldbrande geblus is nou immer groen, is wat jou lippe aan my doen. Met net een soen, net een soen. Ek weet, ja ek weet, ek kom altyd weer terug, want my asem raak op en jy is my lig om te leef en te wees onmoontlik om te doen. Sonder jou sal my hart staan, elke keer as ek val sal jy my vang. Die veldbrande geblus is nou immer groen, is wat jou lippe aan my doen. Met net een soen, net een
Absolutely incredible. What do we say? Net een soen.
Just one kiss.
Just one kiss right over there. Feel good family. What an incredible show today, Skimmer. Thank you so much for joining us from the top of the show all the way to the end. Thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure.